Microphone check. Can everybody hear me correctly? Pretty good or pretty well? How do I sound to you guys? Can you guys hear me? Checkity check, yes. Hello, Tisha. How are you doing? She made it to another one of my conferences. I really appreciate all the support. Let me turn this off. I'm watching Mission Impossible right now. Mission Impossible 2. Let me turn it down. I turn off my phone and my cell phones, everything off. I can I'm detached from the whole world. Right? Hello, D here, Kasim. I don't know what's going on in the world right now. Well, how's everybody this Tuesday morning? About to be some of you it's Tuesday afternoon already. I mean, it's not too great where I'm at. Where it's snowing right now. It's snowing, so we're about to get probably a little snowstorm. Although it's not sticking right now. It's not sticking. Hello, Martin. How are you doing? 5 p.m. there. Wow. Way to 5 p.m. Wow. Oh, Bob. Come on, Bob. Come on. We had there for one. Oh, come on, Bob. But anyway, this is the official Just Been Paid Synergy Serve Matrix training room. My job, and yes, they pay me for this. I know some of you are maybe shocked, like they pay you to do this. Yes, they are actually paying me to do this, and what they're paying me to do. You need help? I'll give you help, Martin. And what they pay me to do is to help you guys cycle your matrices much faster. And some of you have better accounts than others. Some of you got mostly empty, just a bunch of empty stuff, and there's nothing much I can tell you besides buy placements and premium placements on spots 1 and 2, and let your expiring tripler fill out the rest, or let the system fill out the rest, and that's basically it. But some of you have a little bit more complicated accounts where if you bought a premium here, stop it, guys, stop with all the they posting their weather, the temperatures where they're from. I don't want to hear all that mess. It's snowing where I'm at. Yeah, come on. And yeah, yeah. The restart's been hard on a lot of people, Martin. It's been hard on a lot of people. Hope you, yeah. Oh, the first lady is here. Well, excuse me. Let me sit up tight and the first lady is here. So thank you, first lady. I gotta show respect. I might go ahead and put a tie on or something now. Hello, Diane. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. But some of you have the type of accounts to where if you bought a premium here or a premium here or a placement in premium here, you could cycle those matrices and get your money. Now, at first, this matrix system seems really complicated. I mean, it's really like Egyptian hieroglyphics or something. So it's like really complicated. But right now, I don't think it is. To me, it's not. But remember, I'm almost 2 years. I'm almost 2 years in this program, so it's not complicated at all to me. It's not really that but people that just come into the program, people that just learning, new members, people that had to wait 75 days to get their new matrices because of their tripler expiring. Now they're getting matrices, and they're a little curious, and they're like, how do I do this? How do I, what's going on? What is a placement? What is a premium placement? I see a lot of newbies make the same mistake that I made. They are making the same mistake that I made, and that's trying to fill the whole matrix. They are trying to fill the whole matrix with placements and premium placements, and that's a no-no because you won't make any profit, or you won't make much profit unless obviously unless some of your expiring tripler fill those positions, then you'll get your refund or whatever. But thank you. Skype sound is dead. I'm worried about this. Who is moderating? We're all. I think there's been a glitch in the. I mean, I told you hot conference is terrible. I don't. But Everybody, who are the moderators? Deb, Stacy, Steve's in the. Am I in the red? Let me type something. Let me test it. Am I? Hold on, testing. I'm gonna test and see if I'm in the red. Yeah, I'm in the red. So but I'm looking on the side and it looks like Steve is the only one in red. Yeah, Deb, Stacy, and Susan log out because I was in the main conference room and they logged out and came back in and it seemed to be everything was fine. So you two guys, Steve looked like he's fine. Steve looked like he's fine. Deb and Stacy, you guys might want to log out and then come back in and then Stacy, but you look blue, Stacy. I'm looking at you on the side. We're in the moderator's box, and you're looking blue. You know, yeah, there was this same problem, Bobby. I was in there. I was just undercover. I was in there. There you go. Now Deb is red. There you go, Deb. There, yeah. Stacy is creeping. Steve is red. Susan is red, and Deb. Stacy's the only one that's blue. Stacy, you. know, everybody. Yes. Now it looks like everybody's fine. All right, let's get back to this. And some of you newbies in here, this is very. If you're a newbie in here, please get a pen and a pad because I'm going to say some things that are really, 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 really going to help you. The old veterans, us veterans, we already know this stuff, and it's not a big deal. But if you are a newbie and you have a lower account, this stuff is really. Hello, Sarah. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Get a pen and a pad because, and I'll repeat myself frequently. I'll repeat myself frequently because, first of all, we got an international crowd, and sometimes it might be hard to understand English. And then number two, some of the things, a few of the tips that I give, they're a little, they're a little complicated. At first, they're a little complicated. And I repeat myself. I repeat myself frequently. Yes, Sarah, I'll try to. If I start speaking too slow, I'll be sounding like a robot, But when I do start talking about just been paid, I get a little excited and I start talking fast and all that good stuff. So just tell me to slow. If I'm start talking too fast, the way you can't understand me, just say, Snoop, be respectful. Don't call me a son of a bitch like another lady called me. Be respectful and just say, hey, can you slow it down a little bit, Snoop? Just slow it down. You're sounding great. You're inspiring, but just slow it down so I can hear you. No problem. I'll slow down with no problem. So, but I'll repeat. Sarah, I might not need to slow down because I repeat myself so often, and I do that on purpose. Like I just gave the reasons why I do that, but I repeat myself so often that you eventually it'll click in your head, click in your brain, and you'll understand it. Snoop, I need you to go through my matrix more slowly. I'm slow. Okay, okay, CV, no problem. And send me, give out the email, guys. Pay attention to the email. And for the newbies too, I actually look into your account. That's right. I actually look into your account. You send me your member ID to that email that my moderators, they're going to be posting over and over and over again. And when you send me an email with your member ID, I'll actually look into your account. I have admin access, and so you don't need to send me your password. Don't send me your password because I don't need it. Just send me your member ID, and I'll access your account. Hello, Hilda. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And what I'll do, I'll put your account on the screen. I won't put any of your personal information. Your member ID will not be shown on the screen. What I'll do is I'll log into your account first, and then when I get to your positions, to your matrices, then I'll put your account on the screen. But if you want your privacy, if you do not want your account on the screen, all you have to say in the email, do not put my account on the screen, and I will abide by your wishes. So, but it's very, we're not giving out any personal information, so I don't see what's the big deal about putting your account on the screen. But once again, I will respect your wishes. If you don't want it on the screen, I won't put it on the screen. That's, I'll respect it. Also, another thing, and I got this, bless their heart, and they might be in here today, bless their heart. Last conference, I had about 4 or 5 members who sent me their member ID, but they didn't have any matrices. Another thing, if you don't have any matrices, if you currently right now as we speak, if you don't have any matrices, don't send me your ID because I can't. What can I do? I can't. You gotta wait till you. Yeah, that was. I thought that was. I said, bless the heart. Bless their little heart. So they might be in here now. I don't know. They might not come back. Say, hey, until they get some matrices. They might not say, hey, I can't. He can't look into my account, so I'm not coming back until I get some matrices. So if you're new in here, and you don't have any matrices, yeah, they just want to. Yeah, they might want to jumpstart. If you don't have any matrices yet, you might not want to send me your member ID because there's no. Oh, 72. Oh, you just started, Sarah? You just started, but Sarah, stay in here because guess what? You're going to learn some things. I'm going to give you a couple tips that can really, 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 really help you. And you might want to stay tuned. When I start logging into other people's accounts, you can also learn from the advice I'm giving them. You can process it in your head and learn for yourself. So just because you don't got any matrices yet, don't mean you can't stay. So let me make that clear. If you don't have any matrices right now, that don't mean you can't stay. We gotta, we got our arms open for everybody. It's welcome for everybody. But I just don't want you guys, if you don't have any matrices, to send me your member ID to look into your account because obviously I can't, I can't look into your account. There's nothing I can do about that. We just gotta wait till you get some matrices. And also, another thing, please stay patient. When I start to looking in people's account, I'm going to call out your name. And when I call out your name, if you don't identify yourself in the room, then obviously I'm going to skip over you. I mean, there's no sense in me wasting time looking into your account and you're no longer in the room. So some of you may walk away from the computer. Some of you may go cook breakfast. Some of you may have a wife, husband, kids, or maybe you got a phone call and you had to step away from the computer. So I'll call your name. I'll say, hey, so and so, get back to your computer, run, and so I give you enough time to get back to your computer. And so if I skip over you, don't worry about it. I'll come back to you. Don't call me a son of a bitch. Don't call me a son of a bitch like a lady did because I skipped over her. And I told her I'm going to come right back. As soon as I finish with the person's account that I'm working on right now, I'll come right back. So don't worry about it. If you get skipped over because if you went away from your computer and I happen to skip over you when I'm looking to accounts, don't be disrespectful. Just say, hey, Snoop, I'm back in the room. Can you look in my account? And I'll be happy to look in your account. No problem. I try to get everybody. But, and another thing for you newbies, like I said, get your pen and your pad out, because even if you don't have any matrices, or if you're brand new, you just got a few matrices, then I'm going to be giving a couple tips and strategies that could be very helpful to you. Because obviously, if you have a lower account, that means you have a low amount of money. If you have a low amount of money, then you need to fill as many spots as possible with the least amount of money, right? I mean, that's the goal. If you got a bunch of matrices, if you got a whole bunch of matrices, but they're mostly empty, you got a page or two. Now, what do I consider a lower account? I would say about a page or 2 pages of less of matrices, of mostly empty matrices. Because if you had a bigger account, you would have more. Number one, you would have more matrices, and number two, they would be more full. So I would consider this is not a just been paid, term or anything like that. This is me. I consider a page or less, mostly empty matrices, a lower account. But guess what? All hope is not lost. If you have that type of account right now, if you're a newbie and you have that type of account, all hope is not lost, because I'm going to give you 2 very good strategies, 2 very good tips that are going to save you a lot of money. They're going to save you money. You're going to be able to fill multiple positions in multiple matrices and save money. Now, how cool is that? How cool is that? Did you hear me? Did you hear me what I said? You're going to be able to save money by filling multiple positions and multiple matrices and save money. And that's what it's all about, right? If you're on a budget, and a lot of you are, because they took 75% of a lot of people's tripler and converted them over to Synergy. Not everybody now. Not everybody. Not everybody, but what is this, Stacy? So if Snoop talks too bad, you can pause them over. Yes. Stacy, you're recording this? Oh God, Stacy, I feel a little nervous, Stacy, recording, 'cause I like to just, I don't know if listening to my recording is exactly, I don't know. I guess you got to do it because people request it, but I like to go just natural. I don't really have any notes. I don't really have like I basically say the same stuff as before, but I kind of add maybe a little twist here and there each conference. But I like to just be, go off the cuff, no cliff notes, and go natural and be natural. But some people. Yeah, unscripted. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Unscripted, and I do that because I have well, number one, I have a lot of knowledge of Just Been Paid. I don't know everything, but I have a lot of knowledge. I'm one of the most successful members in Just Been Paid, and I started from the bottom. I started from the gutter. I started from very low. Oh, Diane, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So that type of stuff motivates me to come in here and do this type of stuff for you guys and to stay extra, even though my moderators don't really like it. But I do it because I like to get to everybody's account, and I don't like answering emails. I'm not an email answering, type person. So I like to get everybody's account. I appreciate that, Diane. But so some of you that are newbies, I'm going to give you some great stuff. Some great, and it's so simple. When you hear this stuff, it's going to be simple. Now, at first, when you hear it, it's going to make your head spin because it's going to be, wow, this stuff is complicated. That's one of the first reactions that we get from people that are new. Like, wow, this stuff. Hello, Ann. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Ann. And that's Ann Bates. Give her a round of applause, Ann Bates. Some of this stuff, when I first say it, you're going to be like, wow, you're going to be like, this stuff is complicated and stuff like that. But as we go on, each conference that you attend is going to get easier and easier and easier. Don't worry about it. And when I look into your account, and I say this to you, and I say, hey, you spent too much money in this matrix. Don't get embarrassed. Don't feel like I'm attacking you, because guess what? Guess what happened? I did the exact same thing too over 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I did the exact same thing. I spent too much money in the matrix. And what is the kind of consensus of spending too much in the matrix? I would say $20. I mean, I'm a big player. And many other big players, we haven't got together in a little sit down. We haven't talked about this. But if you were to ask around, among the big players, I think the general consensus would be, don't spend more than $20 in a matrix, because you want to maximize your profits as much as possible. Don't get anxious and say, I want to cycle faster, and so therefore I'm going to spend more money in a matrix. Now, if you do spend over 20, it's not a big deal. It's not, the world is not going to end. It doesn't mean you did something wrong. Like, oh my God, I spent $25 in the matrix. Nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to, the Gestapo, the Matrix Gestapo, or the Just Been Paid Gestapo is not going to come and kidnap you and say, and wave their finger at you and say, hey, you did something wrong, and you're not going to make any money. No, but we just recommend, that's just a good solid number of don't spend more than 20 in order to have a matrix cycle, that way, so you can maximize your profits, right? And that's what we're all about. At least that's what I'm all about. I'm hoping you guys are all about that, right? You guys are all about maximizing profits. And another philosophy I want to touch on. Now, this one is a little touchy, right? I'm about to, what I'm about to say, I mean, because everybody can't do this, but I would urge you to please try to do it if you can. if you can, because you'll be paying yourself. You'll be paying your back self. And so here's what it is. Now this is, some of you are gonna roll your eyes. Some of you are gonna shake your head. Some of you might even click out of the conference room. Here we go. Guess what? Some of you, not all of you, some of you, I would advise that you spend new money in order to get back more of your old money. That's right. Now, did you hear me? Hear me? I'm going to say this again. Now, this doesn't apply to everybody's account because a lot of people have lower accounts and they're mostly empty matrices, and all you can do is buy placements and premium placement in spots 1 and 2. But some of you have more developed accounts, and if you were to spend some new money, I mean, my God, you're sitting on a lot of money. You can make back a lot of money. So I would recommend that you spend new money in order to get back some of your old money. And not only some of your old money, but even more back of your old money. Let me, like this. Now, what if you spent, let's say, $50 to $100 in new money in order to get back $300, $400, $500 back of your old money? Would you take that deal? That's a pretty good deal, right? That is a pretty good deal. Am I right? Now, what if you spent, let's say, $100 to $200 in order to get back $600, $700, $800, $1,000? Would you, if I offer that to you right now, say, listen, spend $200 of new money in order to get back $700, $800, $900 of old money. No, put that right there. I'm on the conference call. Put that right there. No, just put it right there. Put it right. I'm in the conference call. Okay. Let me wait 2 hours. I'm in the conference call. At 1 o'clock, I'll be available. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Got people, people disturbing. Let me get back to what I was saying. Now, if I offered you that deal, how many of you would take it? If I say it right now, right now, you spend $50 to $100, you could get back $300, $400, $500. You would take that in a heartbeat, right? So don't get mad at Just Been Paid at Carl and Fred and say, Snoop, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Why would you do that? Because you're only punishing yourself. You're not, phasing me. You're not phasing me. You're not costing me money. You're not phasing Carl or Fred. You're not really costing them money. You're only punishing yourself. So some of you may need to do that. And I know you don't want to. I know a lot of you say, listen, I spent so-and-so amount of money, and I'm not doing that. Snoop already spent $500. I put $2,000 in this program, and they done took 75% of my tripler, and now you telling me I got to spend new money in order to get back? You crazy, Snoop. You absolutely crazy. I'm not doing that. I'm not. The hell with you and the hell with Carl. I'm not doing that. Well, listen. You only punishing yourself. You're not phasing. I'm gonna sleep good at night. If you don't do that, it's not gonna phase me one bit. It's not gonna phase Carl one bit. He's still gonna buy all his lawnmowers. You know Carl love them and no, them snow blowers. I mean, he's still gonna buy his snow blowers, and I'm still gonna buy my steaks, and Carl and Fred still gonna do what he do. It's not gonna phase us one bit. So the only person that you're hurting is yourself. And some of you do have accounts like that. Now, not everybody does now, because a lot of you got a bunch of empty stuff, and that's unfortunate. It's going to take you a while. Those of you that got mostly empty matrices, I really stop it, and I'm trying to be and I really feel bad for you guys, because it's going to take it's going to take a lot more work in order to cycle those matrices and start making some money again. But not everybody's account looks like that now. Not everybody's account look like that. Some people have, like I said, if they were to spend $5 here, $20 here or $10 here, buy a premium here, buy a premium here, buy a premium here. Why? It's because I'm the speaker. I'm the head person in charge, Honorat. I'm the head person in charge. But so that's what I mean. I know that. Now, when I say that, like I said, I know the reaction that many of you have. I'm not spending no new damn money in this program, Snoop. I've already put 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000, and they took, they really took me down. And you frustrated, you're upset. You ready to give up on this program? You're ready to call it a scam? You want to say to me like somebody said to me in my Skype room that Snoop, you are a liar. He basically called me and said you are a liar. You can't make a living with this program. I'm like, dude, excuse me, I am living proof that you can make a living off this program. Living proof. Ask my grandmother. She's literally living proof. The person that just knocked on my damn door, they came to get some money so they can go get their ID, their state ID. They're living proof because I'm taking care of them. That refrigerator, that food that you see in our refrigerator, that's living proof. This computer that I'm talking to you on, that's living proof. So you can make a living in this program if you know how to work it. If you know how to work this program correctly, I promise you, you can make a living in this program. So I told that guy, like, listen, it's unfortunate for you that you put money into this program, and then boom, they hit you with a large number of your triplets being converted over to Synergy. But guess what? And I'm going to show you guys my account. That's to show you, and it's not bragging, but I'm going to show you guys my account a little bit to show you that restart is not necessarily bad. At least it hasn't been bad for me. It hasn't been bad because if you see the type of matrices that I have, it's not been bad for me. It's been pretty damn good. And so, and another thing about restart, no restart, no money, no program, then we're all screwed. And then guess what? Now we're going back to these $10 cyclers that I'm getting emails. I'm getting email after email, Skype after Skype, people promoting these 10. I've been there and done that, folks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in that anymore. I've been doing that for 13, 14 years. You can't feed your family off of that. You can't make a living off those. If you could, I would have been doing it before Just Been Paid got started. I would have been doing it. You guys would have been doing it. Just Been Paid wouldn't exist. If those other programs, if you could really make a living off these $10 cycler programs that keep popping up everywhere. I'm getting Snoop, can you join under me, Snoop? Please. I mean, they're sending me link after link after link. People want me to join these. I'm not joining them. I'm even a big player. This is a guy that he makes more money than me. I'm not in Just Been Paid. I make more money than him in Just Been Paid, but he's in different other stuff. Some other, programs I'm not going to say, and he makes overall more than me. He even tried to get me into, he jumped into these $10 cycler game, and I'm not doing it. I'm not wasting my time on it. I've been there, done that. I know how it goes. It's a losing proposition. It's a losing game. We all, but not all, most of us that's kind of veterans in this HYIP industry, that's kind of new to this, or that's been a veteran in this HYP industry, then we know you can't make a living off that stuff. We already know because we tried, right? We've already tried. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Been there, done that. I'm not interested. So tell her I said hello too. But I'm about to show you my guy's account, and I'm gonna show you some other things too. Now my account, to be honest with you, for the newbies that's here, I'm gonna be honest with you. My account is not necessarily a good demonstration account because it's so well developed. It's not really a good demonstration account. Hello, Nadine. Now, what I want you guys to do is the states, when I start looking into people's accounts, that's where you'll get your most information. That's where you'll get your most knowledge. Why? Because you'll get a different variety of matrices. You'll get a different variety of accounts. So therefore, as I'm giving knowledge and giving teaching and tell them, hey, do this and do that, you'll have those type of matrices in your account too. And you'll say, well, Snoop told that person right there to do this and to do this and to do this. Guess what? I have those type of matrices in my account too. So I'll go do the same because I'm watching, I'm listening, and that's the type of advice he gave for that matrix and that type of matrix and that. And now I can go, it's in my brain, it's in my mind. I can go, apply that to my own account. When I put up my account, my own personal account, it's just basically for in general purpose. It's just for in general because my account is so well developed. It doesn't really provide me, with good demonstration type matrices, but I put it up just to give a little baseline of what's going on and what I mean. But I advise you to stay tuned till I start looking into people's accounts. But anyway, let me get into the 2 tips now, because that's the most important, right? For the newbies, this is mostly the veterans. We already know this stuff. It's no big deal. They could probably go fix some coffee right now or something. Go watch TV or whatever until I'm done with this. But for you newbies that's here, if you're new to Just Been Paid, then you need to pay attention to this stuff. These 2 tips are really going to save you some money, and you're going to fill a lot of positions in multiple matrices using the least amount of money. So you got to pay attention. So get your pen and your pad out, okay? Get your pen and your pad out, and I'm going to tell you, it seems so simple. Like, to me, it's simple. To a lot of other people, it's simple. But if you're new, you're going to be like, huh? You're going to be like, repeat that? Well, what? It's going to seem complicated, but I'm telling you, it's really not. Once you get this stuff down, you come back into this matrix training session as often as you can, okay? As often, over and over, until you get this stuff, and it's real easy and real simple. So to the newbies in here, I'm not really paying attention to the screen, y'all. I'm trying to I'm logging into my account right now. So if I miss any questions, just go ahead and ask my moderators. They know practically everything anyway, so I'm not paying attention to the conference screen. I'm getting into my account right now just to pull up a matrix. I got to go way to the end of my account just to pull up any type of, decent, matrix that'll be good for you guys to teach you some training stuff, teach you some tips and strategies with. But like I said, I'll say it again, the best training you'll get is when I log into other people's accounts, because a lot of times they will have accounts that will look exactly or kind of like your account, right? They will have accounts that look kind of like your account. Most people don't have. There's only a few people. There's only a few members in Just Been Paid who got an account like mine. Only a few. Only a few. So my account is not necessarily, it's not necessarily a good strategy to go. But I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to put my account on. Now, the reason why I'm hesitating to put my account on, because when I do, for some reason, nobody can talk in the room, and I don't know why that is. I don't know why. Maybe it's the settings, something in the settings or something, or maybe that's just how it is. When I put up the screen, the desktop screen, for some reason it stops the regular members can't type in the box. So, and stop it. Trying to be professional here. Stop it. Okay, I'm going to put up my account. So for you newbies here, yeah, see, the regulars are in here. They're giving me a hard time. And then I'm going to put my account up just for a little small demonstration purposes. But the best demonstration you're going to get is when I look into other people's account. But let's just give it a small baseline of what I do. Because for you newbies, pay attention. I'm about to give you 2. They're well known. They're not going to be well known to you, but for most of them, they're well known. So pay attention. Get your little notebook and pen and pad, and try to write this stuff down if you can, okay? But let's go. All right. This is mostly for the newbies, right? This is, look at it. You see that? I don't know if you guys can see it. You see all that snow I'm getting. But anyways, now, newbies, I hope you're paying attention now. Get your pen and pad. Now, one of the most frequently asked questions about the matrix system, one of the most this is probably the number one question. Besides, I would say 1A. The number one, I would say, how to cycle matrices much faster. That's probably, that's probably the number one. But I would say the other quote unquote number one or number two, whatever you say, the number one asked question is, what does it mean when you get a matrix where you are your own upline? You see this right here? This is a matrix. I had to go way to the back, a couple pages back to get this. This matrix that you see is not nowhere near how my count is, but I had to go way to the back and try to find this type of matrix. But what does that mean? That question gets asked so often. What does it mean when I am my own upline? Well, you got to think about it. Most of the matrices you get, somebody else is your upline, right? Somebody else's place as your upline, right? Somebody else. And so if just been paid synergy surf is one mega large matrix system, because it is what you see and what I see, trust me, behind the scenes of the whole system, it's a one mega super duper mega matrix system. So you gotta figure, if a matrix is created with somebody else as your upline, it's only natural to say, hey, some of the spots in my matrix is going to affect some of the spots in their matrix, and some of the spots in their matrix is going to affect some of the spots in my matrix. Well, what does it mean then when you are your own upline? Let that little light bulb go off in your mind. What I just said, take what I just said, that if somebody else is your upline, it's only since this is one large matrix system, it's only natural to know that, okay, if somebody else is your upline, a few spots in your matrix is going to affect a few spots in there, and a few spots in there is going to affect yours. So what does it mean when you're your upline? Well, obviously, if you take what I just said, obviously it means you're going to affect two different matrix at the same time of your own, not somebody else's, but of your own. When you are your own upline, picture, like I said, then let the little light bulb go off in your head, like, yeah, that makes sense. If somebody else is my upline and we affect each other's matrix, well, if I'm my own upline, it's only natural to think like, voila, I'm going to affect multiple positions in two different matrices. Now, how do you know that? The first two positions in that matrix where you are your own upline, the first two, 1 and 2, they would affect two other positions in another matrix. It'll either be 3 and 4 or 5 and 6. Depending on, how the matrix falls, now that part, that's not really determined, because some people say, well, it's just the 3rd and the 4th spot. No, I've done enough of these conferences to see and look at people's counts that it's not just the 1 and 2 in this matrix that affect the 3rd and the 4th of that matrix. No, sometimes it's the 5th and the 6th. Matter of fact, last conference I did, a lot of people's matrices that affected the other one was the 5th and the 6th. So it's not just the 3rd and the 4th. You can't really tell. And the only way you can tell is to match the system numbers. See this? To match the system numbers. That's all you can do. Match the system numbers. You copy and paste the system number, and you put it in there. Okay, now let me repeat it one more time. For the newbies, this is for the newbies, and this is for the international crowd who may have a hard time understanding. I may be picking up the tone of my voice because I'm getting excited, and whenever I get excited about Just Been Paid, you all know I start talking a little faster, and it just goes crazy from there. Let me repeat it one more time. With everything I just said, or mostly everything what I just said, for the newbies in here. One of the most frequently asked questions I get, and the moderators get in the main conference room. What does it mean? What does that mean? When I'm on upline, does it mean anything? Yes, of course it means something. What it means is when you're your own upline, you're going to affect multiple matrices. You're going to affect another. Not only this main matrix right here, not only this main matrix, but you're also going to affect another matrix. Now you say now the next question is, well, what positions in the main matrix also affect two other positions in another matrix? Well, it's real simple. This is real easy. The first two spots. See these right here? In any matrix where you are the upline, the first two spots in that matrix will also affect two other spots in another matrix. Now you might say, well, so what? What does that what does that mean? Well, what that means is you save money. You just saved $20. When you do that, you just saved yourself $20. Now, who doesn't want to save money? If you're on a budget, if you got a mostly a bunch of empty matrices, you're trying to save as much money as you can, right? So that's very important. Now, to somebody like me, who's this matrix that I got on the screen, this is one of my way back. I'll never do anything unless the system start to fill this out, which eventually will. But I don't know. I don't even focus on these type of matrices. I'm being honest. I got way better matrices than this, and I don't even waste my money, my time. So it doesn't apply to me. It doesn't apply to a big player. If you're a big player, this stuff doesn't apply to you because you don't really care about I don't like this matrix. But if you got a smaller account and you're trying to build up your account and you're trying to cycle some more matrices and you're on a limited budget, this is a golden matrix. It's a golden matrix. Now, for some reason, as you can see right here, they put this. See, this is why I say my account is not really a good demonstration account. For some reason, instead of putting this number 3, they filled the number 3 instead of filling the number 2. Why they did that, I don't know. I guess that just, I told you guys, the Synergy Surface 1 mega. I mean, it's like a supercomputer type matrix. It's a mega matrix. What we see is small potato. It's less than 1%. Less than 1% of the whole mega matrix of what Synergy Surf is. Okay. Now, number 2. So I hope you guys newbies, did you write that down? Let's write that down. Here you go. Write this down. When you are your own upline, fill the first 2 spots in that matrix will also affect 2 other spots in another matrix. Okay, that's real easy. You can write that down. That's not long and drawn out. Simple to write down. Here we go. When you are your own upline, the first 2 spots in that matrix will affect 2 other spots in another matrix. That's real easy to write. Okay, now let's go on to the next one. Now, if you thought saving $20 in that type of matrix was something, I'm about to tell you how you can save $40. That's right, $40. But the matrix that I'm about to tell you now, it's a little bit more rare than the upline matrix. The upline matrices, because of the restart, people are getting these a lot more frequently. But the matrix that I'm about to tell you, newbies, pay attention now. Here we go. This is a little bit more complicated. When I get through telling you this one, your head this is where it gets a little complicated for some people. But here we go. If you thought saving $20 something, wait till you save $40. Now, what happens when you get a matrix from tripler feed
Si cada día tuviera una hora más,
and the first 2 positions come pre-filled with your name in them? With your name in them. Well, let me repeat that again. What happens when you get a matrix from tripler feed or restart feed and the first 2 positions already come pre-filled with your name in them? What does that mean? Well, what that means, that is like one of the premier matrices you can get. If you get that, you better focus on it. You better focus on that matrix number 1. Number 1. Why? Because the next 4 positions in that matrix will also fill 4 other positions in 2 other matrices. So basically, you are affecting 3 different matrices at one time. That's how you're saving yourself $40. Now let me repeat it. I'm going to go once again. I told you guys I was going to repeat myself often because I know we got an international crowd and I know we got newbies whose head is spinning right now. I know you're saying, what the hell did you just say? you're throwing your hands up like, what the hell is this? I know. I felt the same way too when I first joined Just Been Paid. I felt the same way. That's why I made mistakes, and it wasn't a good situation. But I'll eventually learn. I eventually learn, and you will eventually learn. Now let me repeat this one more time, so we can get it. Newbies, get your pen and pad. Hope you got your pen and pad, and write it up. I'm gonna try to break it down in simple terms. Okay? When you get a matrix from tripler feed or restart feed, and you see these first two positions right here, I'm highlighting them. Now, I don't have it. Like I said, my account is not a good demonstration account, but I will log into other people's account who you probably will see that. You will see they will have one of those golden matrices where the first two spots come pre-filled with their name in them. With their name in them. Because you know what that means? Third spot, the fourth spot, the fifth spot, the sixth spot is also going to fill those spots in two other matrices. The third and the fourth is going to fill two spots in another matrix, and the fifth and the sixth is going to fill two other spots in another matrix. So that's three different matrices at one time, saving you $40. When you say, how do you save? So what? How do I save $40? Well, obviously, if the first two spots come pre-filled, it's going to open up the rest of the position. And what you need to do is buy placements and premium placements for the rest of the positions, for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Now, some of you that are, quick to pick up on things, some of you might say, well, Snoop, wait a minute here. You just told us about a half hour ago that you and your little big shots, you and your little big shot with those big accounts, you guys don't recommend that we spend more than $20 in a matrix. So why are you now saying, okay, it's okay to spend more than $20 in that matrix? Isn't you kind of contradicting yourself there, sir? I mean, but no, because remember, the difference here is between this type of matrix and another matrix is, remember, those four spots are going to fill four other spots in two other matrices. So you're actually saving yourself money. So yes, you're spending a lot more money in that one, in the dominant matrix. In the main matrix, yes, you are spending more money than I recommend, than I and a lot of other people recommend, which is $20. Do not spend over $20 per matrix to cycle. That is not recommended. But if you do, it's not, like I said, it's not the end of the world. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Just means you're going to get less profits. So why am I recommending in other matrices don't spend over 20, but in this one I'm saying go ahead and fill spot 3, 4, 5, and 6 by placements and premium placements, because like I just said, those remaining 4 spots will fill 4 other spots into other matrices. Therefore, you will save $40. And guess what? You might save even more money if you fill your own placements. If you got some expiring tripler, or if you got some referrals who buy new placements, not the ones they get free from tripler, but if you got some referrals who buy new matrices, or if you got some expiring tripler and your own placements are filled, you get a $5 refund. So that's a jackpot right there. That's a gold mine right there. That's one of the best matrices you can get. And especially if you have a lower account. If you have a lower account, a page or less of matrices, that is a wonderful, that would be the number one matrix I would focus on, because you're trying to save money, right? You're on a budget. A lot of your tripler was converted over to synergy, so you might not have a lot of tripler earnings left, and you might not be able to, put more new money. I remember one of the strategies I recommend, you put new money. Some of you, unfortunately, are in a bad situation, and you may not be able to do that. So you need to try to save as much money as possible. You need to try to fill as many positions as you can with the least amount of money, and that's how you do it. Those two strategies are very, very, very helpful. They will save you a lot of. That adds up $20 may not seem like a lot, but if you got a bunch of matrices where you could say 20, 20, 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, oh, that's a lot of money. What about 40? If you got a couple, matrices, and I saw a count yesterday with this guy. I mean, he had what 4 or 5 of them. I'm like, good God. I mean, he must be feeling wonderful right now. He got like 4 or 5. So if you got one where the first 2 spots come pre-filled with your name in them, I mean that's a golden opportunity. So I hope you guys were paying attention. And now let me move on real quick to show the beginning of my account. And remember, copy and paste that number. And if you really want to, if you got a lower account, this is simple. I tried to do it with somebody else's account last matrix, but they had a large account. I made an absolute fool of myself because I was looking for that number and I couldn't find it because they had a large account. But if you got a page or left, this is easy. All you got to do, if you want to know what positions in another matrix it affects, just write down that number and then go find it in another matrix. It'll be simple. I mean, it will literally be said. If you got a page or less, it won't take long. It'll take you less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Just write down a number of the main matrix, of the upline matrix, or if you get a matrix where, remember the golden matrix where your name comes with come filled with the first 2 spots with your name in them. If you want to know where the other 4 positions in that matrix go into another matrix, once again, write the numbers down. And go find them, and you'll see for yourself. I mean, it's not hard to do. Especially if you got a lower account. Now, obviously, if you got a more developed account, you got 3, 4, 5, 10 pages. Obviously, it's going to take you a little bit longer, but you can still find it. Trust me, you can still find it. Okay, now let's go on to the beginning. I'm loading this up now, so hold on. Let me take this off. In case you guys have any questions, let me take it off real quick. In case the members, if for some reason you can't chat. I don't think you guys can chat when I'm. All right, now if you guys go ahead and ask your question, I'm putting up. I'm logging into my account. I'm putting on a different page of my account. If some of the newbies, if some of you have questions about what I just said, and you need some help, you need more understanding, more help of what I said, then go ahead and ask your questions while I'm busy putting up my account. Going to the beginning while it's loading up. You know, Internet Explorer is already acting slow anyway. I log into this conference room on Firefox because when I did it under Internet Explorer, people were whining and bitching and moaning about the sound. I knew it wasn't my computer. I knew for a fact it wasn't this damn $2,200 computer. I'm gonna go fly up to Washington. We gonna have some problems. Paid $2,200 for this computer and it ain't working properly. But it wasn't. As I suspected, it wasn't it was the damn it was Internet Explorer. So when I go into Firefox, I have no problems. I'm not getting the same audio complaints. So actually, what I do, I log into the conference room under Firefox, but I look into people's accounts with Internet Explorer because it's just more convenient to do it that way. Even though Internet Explorer just acts up. I mean, it really just acts up. It really, 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 really does. All right, I'm gonna pick my account up. I'm looking in the room real fast to see if anybody, Steve, what I thought about, can I buy a matrix in choice? Christy D, you can buy a matrix, but no, you have no choice where it goes. You can buy a matrix, but I wouldn't recommend you do that because you get them free. You get them free from your tripler. For every 4 tripler that expire, you get them free. So of course you could. I have a referral, and all he does is buy matrices. He doesn't buy triplers. He doesn't buy. So there's a strategy out there, but I'll try to make him a moderator and to give him a little presentation. But because of his work schedule conflicts when I hold my press conferences, so I can't really, I wanted to. He came in here one day. And I think the people really responded to it. He gave his strategy to how he cycles matrices without triplers. And it's not a strategy I do, but it's another strategy out there. Carl actually does it too. But obviously Carl has a lot more referrals, so he can afford to do that. But it's a different strategy. How do you get on the first 2 levels? Nadine, all you do is buy placement and premium placements on the first 2 spots. That's all you do. You buy a placement and the premium placement on the first two spots. So that's all you do. Are you doing great training? I'm a learner. Oh, thank you, Robert. I really appreciate it. I'm about to put my account up again. So for those of you that are worried about restart, and restart is something to be worried about. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If you're dealing with a limited amount of funds, then yes, because when they do a restart, obviously you're gonna have to put new money in order to cycle those matrices are much faster now, unless you're willing to wait. If you're willing to wait, then obviously they're eventually cycle anyway, especially if you buy placements and premium placement on spots 1 and 2. It kind of kickstarts the cycling of that matrix. I got one of those double placements you told us about. You mean Brianna or Brianna? Brianna, you mean a matrix where you are your own upline? Is that what you mean? You got one of those? You got one of those where either your name is in the first two spots, your name, or you got a matrix where you are your own upline? Okay, that means you're going to save money. Whenever you get one of those matrices, and also I'm about to start looking in people's accounts. See that email that my moderators are posting? If you want me to look into your account, and please don't send me your your member ID if you don't have any matrices. Please don't, there's nothing I can do about that. We had about 4 or 5 of those last times, like I said, bless the heart. I appreciate, and I'll be looking into it. But hold on, let me give and a name I can't pronounce. I think it's Lanita. No, I was looking at the email name. Lanita, Martin, Bill, Isabel, Ainsley, Katrina. I used to have an ex-girlfriend named Katrina. Bill, and so that's it. Yeah, Bill sent it twice. Bill, for some reason, sent this. So I really don't. So this will be easy to do. So let me. But that's the number. That's the order that I have right now. Hans, Lanita, Martin, Bill, Isabel, Ainsley, and Katrina. That's the number right now. But hold on, let me go into my account. And Hilda, I think Hilda there. I'm looking at it. Hilda, you sent it in one of the old emails. So it got kind of mixed up. You replied from an old email, so I have to find it in. You have to, Hilda, send me another one. Send me an email, a fresh email with your member ID, and I'll still look in yours. Number one, you was the first one to send me an email. So even though you sent it, kind of like replying to an old email where it kind of got lost in the system where your member ID or whatever, you need to send me a new one. Send me a new one, Hilda. Send me a new one. And I'll look into yours first, because I received yours first. But even though I don't have the information that I need to log into it. But anyways, let me. Is that all the questions real quick before I? How long? 75 days. It takes Tripler 75 days to expire. Snoop, do you think filling up premiums will speed up? Oh yeah. Of course. Diane, it's going to take a little dip. Of course, we all, know that because of restart. Restart took mostly old positions, and then when they restarted it again, it left a bunch of new positions that were about the. No, it took a bunch of new positions, and it left the old positions that were close to cycling. So therefore, there's going to be probably going to be like a month, or maybe 3 weeks, probably 2 weeks to a month before it kind of dips a little bit, and then boom, it's gonna pick up. It's gonna pick up huge again, and it's gonna be a whole bunch of cycling like crazy. So the premium placements just speed up. But yes, it all depends. All a premium placement does, it speeds up that particular. Let me log. Matter of fact, let me log in. I'm already logged in. Let me put the screen back up because I give it, instead of describing it blindly, I'll put the count back up again. All right, now to the member that asks, what does a premium do? What a premium? Now see this right here. See how this person? This is a great account. Now you see this account. This is in the beginning. This is why I don't cry over restart because I got stuff like this. And if you guys got a large amount of tripler that got converted, you'll have a bunch of matrices that look like this too, or some close to this. Now, see this? Somebody bought a placement, this person, and all I did, I spent $5. I spent $5, and I'm going to get back $55. All that does. This is now, a lot of newbies get this confused. So we get a lot of support tickets from members who think they filled their matrix, and they say, "Where's my money? Where's my money? I filled all my positions in the matrix. Well, how come I didn't get paid?" Well, come to find out that they didn't fill all the positions. This is a filled position. When you see somebody's name and email, that's filled. That's a filled position. When you see this right here, this is an unfilled position. I hope you guys can see it. Can you guys see this? This is an unfilled position. This is a field. When you see name and email, see 5 spots in this matrix has been filled. But we get support tickets like this. Somebody with a matrix like this, or a matrix where 4 spots has been filled, but the last 2 is like this, and they'll say, "Where's my money at? You're ripping me off. This is a ripoff. This is a scam. I want my," they'll do like that when they don't understand. That matrix is not filled. Number one, if the matrix is filled, you won't see the matrix anymore. It'll disappear. It'll disappear. So you won't see the matrix. You won't be seeing the matrix anymore. Number two, this is what positions being filled means. The name, email. Not this where it says placement purchase. That just means a placement purchase, and then and then a premium. So to the person that asks, what does a premium do? Well, a premium, this is what happens when a premium gets filled. See this? This is what happens. And it only fills a particular spot in that matrix. It only fills whatever you or another person got that premium in that particular spot. It only fills that particular spot. It doesn't necessarily cycle a matrix. Now, when this premium gets filled, it's going to cycle a matrix. You know why? Because the other 5 spots are already filled. So it would cycle this matrix. Now, if you got an empty spot, let's say spot number 5 had a placement like let's say spot number 5 looked like spot number 6, where it said placement purchased by so and so, placement purchased by Jen Chen. Then when this premium got filled, then no, it wouldn't cycle. It wouldn't cycle because the 5th spot still got to be filled. Because the 5th spot, did I just hear? Oh my God, I just heard a thunderstorm. It's snowing and raining. It's hell on earth. But anyway, that's what that means. This right here does not mean a spot is filled. This means that a spot is waiting. It's waiting to be filled with this premium, with either an expiring tripler or somebody else's expiring tripler, or one of your referrals. If they buy a new position, every 3rd position that your referral buys new, it has to be new. Every 3rd goes into your own matrix. So if you got some expiring tripler, or another member's expiring tripler, or you got a referral who buys new matrices, then once this gets filled, this placement purchase and premium, then I will cycle and I'll make $55. I'll make $55 for this. I spent $5, I'll make $55. And this is a restart matrix, folks. That's why I'm not tripping over restart. I'm not upset. I'm not angry. Look at this. I got page after page. Look at this. See that? Matrix after matrix. Where all I had to do was spend $5, $5 or $10, and you know what? To the newbies and to the people in here, when I say spend new money in order to make more of your old money, guess what? I practice what I preach. I spent $1,500 of premium placements. In return, I'm going to get back over $10,000. Over $10,000 for a $1,500 investment. Now, would you take that? Would you take that? I mean, that's a pretty damn good return, isn't it? I'm spent $1,500 and go get back over $10,000. thousand. Matter of fact, I don't even want to shortchange myself because I started to count it up. I know I kind of peaked in my account and started to go page after page and count it out. Matter of fact, it's gonna be over 1,100. I think it's gonna be over 1,100 dollars. 12,000, I mean, excuse me, I'm saying 1,100, excuse me. I told you I'm not a math major, but over 11,000, 12,000 for a $1,500 investment. Now, how many of you right now, if somebody presented you with an opportunity, if they said, member A, member B, if you're willing to spend $1,500, did you know in about a month you can get back 11,000, 12,000? Would you take that? I know some of you will say, hell yeah. I would put that on my credit card. I would borrow from a family member. I would borrow from my next door neighbor, borrow from my bank. I would do whatever I got to do. If somebody presented you with that idea, you would take it in a heartbeat. Well, I would. Guess what? I followed my own advice, and I took it in a heartbeat. Instead of just sitting back and getting anxious and wait for the system to cycle, I said, the hell with that. I'm going to get aggressive. But now some of you, a lot of you don't have big accounts like that. You might say, well, Snoop, how does that apply to me? You have, you Mr. Big Shot. Mr. Big Shot, where everybody doesn't have your account. Well, even if you have a smaller account, a lot of you got some very great matrices where if you only spend $50, $100, $150, $200 of new money, you yourself can get back $300, $400, $500, and in some cases $6, $7, $8, $9, $1,000 or more, depending on how full your account is, depending on how many expiring triplets you have. It's various factors. So that's why I don't give a set amount. You might say that's a huge variable. Well, I don't know your particular account. I don't know how many referrals you have. I don't know how filled your matrices are. I don't know how many expired triplets you have. So I don't know this. So that's why I give a variable number like that. But anyways, no matter what the number, it's a big return. That's a huge return. That's a huge, to spend $100 and get back $300, $400, $500. I mean, come on. To spend $200, get back $700, $800, $900, $1,000. I mean, come on. That's a lot of money. So that's what I mean. And this is a restart. And I can go on look at this restart. Look at this. All I had to do is spend $5. I'm going. Look at this. Here we go. Look, I mean. So don't be upset if for those of you that are going to invest large amount of money, like I'm scared to invest a large amount of money because of the restart. Because of the restart, I'm scared. Why? Look at this. This is because of two restarts. So although they took my tripler earnings down, they converted my triplers over to synergy. Guess what I make now? I make $1.60. In tripler earnings. So everybody in this room makes more money than me in tripler. But guess what? I make up that money by cycling these matrices and getting $60, $50, 55, 60, 55, 50. I mean, just over and 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 over again. So although my tripler earnings went down, my synergy surf matrix earnings have went up. They're skyrocketing, and that's because this is what two restarts have done for me. So. And it can happen to you. So don't worry about it. If you invest a large amount and you get converted, where you're going to get a lot of great matrices. You're going to get a lot of great matrices. I mean, so just look at this. I mean, all I had to do was spend $5. Get back 55 over and over again. Right here, I had to spend 10. Right there, I mean, that's nothing. Spend 10, get back 50. I mean, I'll take that. That's a great return on my investment. And I just got page after page like this. And I just went page after page and started upgrading the premium placements. And that's all I did. And I'm going to make back, $11,000, $12,000, because I got more matrix. The restart feed is still going on. So guess what? When the restart feed first started, I had under $70,000 worth of matrix. Now I got, first it was stuck on 70-something thousand. Now I just looked at it, it's over 72,000. It's over 72,000, and I'm still getting matrices like this. I just went like on my, last night, I went like on my 4th and 5th page. I found some matrices where I only need to spend $5 or $10 on my 4th and 5th page. Are you kidding me? 4th, 5th, and 6th page. Not my first or second one. I mean, so that's how good the account is from restart. I'm like, I'm loving this. I was like, okay, I'm just going, let me go spend $5. That's on my pages way back like that. So uh, don't worry about it too much. Don't devise a strategy too much based off restart about investing a large amount of money and being afraid that a lot of your triplers going to be converted over there, okay? And thinking, hey, I'm going to lose some money. No. Yes, your earnings are going to go down. Yes. Your triple earnings are going to go down. Yes. Yes, your earnings are going to take a dip. Yes. But when you start getting matrices like this, then you need and you spend some new money, boom, you're gonna start cycling them off like crazy. Money back, get your money back, and then some. So you take it, and we need restart, folks. No restart, no money, no program. So yes, your triple earnings go down. Yes, your earnings take a temporary dip, but then they explode right back up. Once you start cycling these matrices, they start exploding right back up like crazy. So for the newbies in here, people that are thinking about investing a large amount of money, no, don't worry about it, okay? All right, let me take this off, start getting into people's accounts. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask real quick, because when I start putting people's account up, it's gonna slow down the screen again. So, but go ahead, ask your questions. We can knock them on. Me and my moderators, we can, if you got any, questions about anything I said, you can start asking your questions. Yes, I will call out your name. That is right. I don't have many, This is the order of emails. Hilda, Hans, Lanita, Martin, Bill, Isabel, Ainsley, Ferguson, Katrina, and Paula. Those are the people. If you're still in here, please remain patient. I'll eventually get to you. I'll eventually. Actually, nobody has any questions, so I have to. Oh, okay. Sarah, thank you. You're a newbie here. Thank you for showing your support. Thank you. I really appreciate all the newbies. Please come back. Please come back. I really appreciate it. So if nobody has any questions, I'm going to start logging into people's accounts. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Sarah. Appreciate it. If nobody has any questions, I'm enjoying this lecture, Snoop. I think I'm not even. Oh, there you, Jemison. Thank you. I appreciate that support. I really do. Looks like nobody has any questions. So I hate to put up the screen, but people, I took a little poll. I said, do you guys, because it slows, when I got to put up the screen, it slows me down because I got to copy and paste the member ID, put it in there, log in, click on, and then put up the screen. Obviously, it stops the conversation and stuff like that. But when I took a little poll, people said, they want me to put up the screen. They learn when I put up the screen, so I put up the screen. But it slows me down, actually, but I'll do it. No problem. I listen often and learn something each time. Oh, Robert, I appreciate that stuff. That's why, even a lot of times I don't really want to come in. Can you check this? Hold on, let me see what Stacy sent me. Why would a file not open up? I'll look at it, Stacy. Yeah, Stacy just, yeah, I'll look at that. I'm gonna click that off. All right, so y'all guys ready? No more questions, right? You guys ready? Snoop, sometimes the screen is splitting, whereas you can still accent. You know what, Nadine? I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something. Maybe I have to figure that out or something. I honestly don't know why. I don't, I guess you guys will have to do it. There is a little arrow where I guess you guys can click to make the screen. Sometimes you can make the screen like appear on the side. You can make the chat box appear at the bottom. You can make the chat box appear on the left. You can do that on your own. So I guess it's up to you guys. I'm getting Lena. What that means is if you don't buy a placement, on your first two spots in the matrix for at least 30 days, the system will automatically put a loan on that matrix. If you don't buy, let me repeat it again because I kind of tongue twisted right there. If you get a matrix, a new matrix, and within 30 days, if you do not buy a placement on the first 2 spots, the system on its own will automatically put a placement loan on that matrix. Now, you don't have to worry. They're not going to take that money. Like, let's say you got $50 out of your account, $10, whatever, $5. They're not going to immediately just go in and take that money out your account. So don't worry about, I gotta get my money out of here as fast as possible. I don't want them taking my money out of my account. No, that's not what they do. What they do is when that matrix fills and that particular matrix cycles, what they'll do is they'll deduct that from your cycle earnings. So instead of getting $60, you'll get $50. Or you'll get $55. So that's what they don't immediately take it out. They wait till the system waits till you cycle that particular matrix, and then they'll just deduct it. So instead of 60, you'll get 55, or instead of 60, you'll get 50. So don't worry about it. They don't take it out. You know, if you got any earnings in your account, they won't take it out. You don't take a penny out before. Nadine, that's a personal choice. It all depends on your personal finances. You know, obviously with Restart, you gotta start taking some money out a little sooner. You know, if you want to try to recoup or have some money left over to buy placements or premium placements, or you want to recoup much fast. Some people are real nervous, and they premium placement costs $5. Yo, a placement costs $5, and then the upgraded premium costs another $5. So it's $5. If somebody else buy a placement, then I recommend you go ahead and the full page on the browser get full page view. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's some arrows. It's some arrows right on the screen. I'm gonna hold on. Let me see if I can show you guys this real quick. Then I'm gonna start off. But I don't have many accounts, so I can take my time. But I want to start getting into people's accounts because people got things to do. Now you can see right here. It's a. Can you guys see this? It's a right here. See how that? Full screen. Or this. See that? Now maybe if I put it like that, can you guys talk now? Go ahead and try to talk now. Let's see. Maybe you guys need to do that too. See, it's some arrows right here. I think you got to do it on your own. See that? It's some arrow. It's an arrow right here. Arrow right here. Let me move this so maybe you guys can see it better. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Hold on. Oh, jeez. All right, here we go. Now, can you guys see that? I don't know how well you guys, but see, it's an arrow right here. See that? An arrow right. I'm trying to match it up. I'm looking at it at the same time. But anyways, it's arrows right here. I think you guys might have to control it on your browser. See this? Arrow right here. That does that. That does that. Now I can close that. Close that. Boom. Now it's an arrow over here. It puts up this box. Can you guys see that? So in order for you to talk while I'm putting up the screen, I think that's what you guys have to do. I think you guys have to do that on your own, you know. So I don't know, but it's some arrows. You guys see where the arrow's at? Now that's back to full screen. Now see this? Boom. Put that up. Then close it. Put that up. And then close it. Okay? So let me, all right. All right. You guys are ready to go? Let's start looking into accounts. Ready to rock and roll? Everybody's ready to rock and roll? First up, I'm going to call out your name. I already know Hilda here, so I don't have to. Hilda, you still couldn't type? Even though you changed the box size, Martin, even though you changed the box size, you still couldn't type? Well, that's because I don't have the, on your end. No, it doesn't work that way when you're in. Oh, okay. But I don't know why some people can talk when I got the screen up and some people can't. Some people can, some people can't. I have no idea why. But hold on, let me get in. All right, first up is Hilda, and we don't have that many. We don't have that many emails, so this is gonna be easy. So we can knock these out. Just stay patient. If you want your account looked at, just stay patient. I'll get to you. I mean, it's not really. To be honest with you, I can knock these out real fast. So, all right. Hopefully, if it's lower accounts. All right, let me put this account. Did this person say they wanted their account up or not? Hilda, I don't think Hilda has a thing, Snoop. So I'll delete that, and then I'll delete that. Okay. Kind of click zoom. Will show all that may work. Okay. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Hold on. Hey guys, hold on real fast. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's go. Yeah, constantly got family members coming in and out. So, um, start sharing, full screen. What's up with the screen? Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So, Hilda, you did what you're supposed to do in the first matrix. Leave it alone. You spent 20 already in the first matrix, so you're good to go. You don't want to spend no more. So when those are filled, don't go and fill in these last two with placements and premium placements. Okay? You spent 20. That's good enough. So let's rock and roll. All right. The second matrix, upgrade their premium. That's an open premium now for the newbies that still stayed. This is what I call an open premium. This is not a just been paid term. This is my term. When you or somebody else buy a placement in a particular spot, it'll give you the option to buy expedited and premium. Obviously, you don't buy expedited. It's a waste of time, waste of money. Expedited never get filled. So this is an open premium. Always upgrade open premium. Hilda, matter of fact, hold on. I almost forgot my own. Another thing, almost full matrices on top. I almost forgot that. Just saved myself. So hold on. Let me click that. I'm going too fast. I'll be distracted by my uncle. Going too fast. I almost forgot this. So you always click that. This is one of the most important things, especially as your matrices start growing. As your matrix start growing and growing and growing, and you get more and more. This is very, very, very important. Obviously, you don't want to be spending money in almost empty matrices. You want to spend money in almost full matrix, right? I mean, saving is only common sense, right? So here we go. Now you are your own upline in this one, but so the first two spots, filled is going to fill another one. Now, Hilda, if these were filled from another matrix where you're your own upline, because any matrix you're your own upline, the first two positions are going to fill two other positions in another matrix. It could be the third or the fourth or the fifth or the sixth. Now, if you bought into this is too much money. Meaning, if you like here, you bought into this sixth spot. You see this sixth spot, you bought this. But if these others where it says your placement for, that's why I wish the system would make this distinguish who bought them. Did you or somebody else, or where it came from? If this came from another matrix, you're fine. But if not, that's too much money. But so you don't have to investigate that. And here goes another matrix where you are your own upline. Matter of fact, this might be. I was going 25377. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna get distracted. But anyways, here goes another right here. So the first two. Oh, matter of fact, to the newbies, are you still here, guys? Are you still here? Pay attention. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Right here. Here, what do we have here? A golden matrix. A diamond matrix. Look at this. This is a matrix. Well, this person's name is filled in the first two spots. So what did I tell you guys earlier? What did I tell you guys earlier? That the next spots in this matrix, the next four spots will fill four of the spots in two other matrices. See this? And all you got to do is match the system numbers. You see this? Right there. This is an awesome matrix right here. Awesome, awesome. All he has to do is wait till this 6 spot get filled. But you see this? That's why you focus on you spend $40 on this. Now he didn't have to. Doesn't look like he had to. He didn't have to spend $40 to fill this. But when you get a matrix like this, where your name is in the first 2 spots, your name is in the first 2 spots, then you go ahead and fill the remaining 4, because they will fill 4 of the spots in another matrix. So the first 2 matrices are great. Now in this matrix, buy placements and premium placements in spots 4 and 5, and then leave it alone. Okay, 4 or 5, leave it alone. All right. There you go. Now here's another. See, look, you got 3 out of your top 4 so far as with your own name as the upline. So that means you're going to save money. You are going to save money, and you already did what you're supposed to do in this account. You know what? I was thinking about changing my strategy. That if people already paid to fill their first 2 spots, because they're going to give 2 other spots filled free. So basically, they're saving themselves money. Should I recommend that they go ahead and fill 2 other spots too? Because remember, you're gonna fill 2 other spots. I'm still debating that. You're gonna fill 2 other spots in another matrix. So I'm still debating that. But right here, right now you did what you need to do. So leave it alone as right now. I gotta think about that. Same thing with this matrix. Another matrix where you are your upline. So you are saving yourself a lot of money. And I'm starting to wonder that maybe this matrix, your top one, was filled from one of the matrix down low where you are your own upline. You would have to investigate this right here. I don't have time to do it, but you can. You check these numbers right here. These ones where it says your placement is filled. I know this one. This is the number 2 spot. I know this spot. The first 2 spots in this matrix are going to be in another matrix. But what I want you to do, Hilda, investigate these spots right here. Check, and how you do that, this system number. See if you find these 3 system numbers in another matrix, okay? And if you do, then that means you didn't spend too much money. But if you can't locate these other numbers, then you did spend too much money. But I'm willing to bet that probably so. Those matrix numbers will be in a matter of fact. Did I just spot it right now? Let me see. No, I didn't. That was 3. So I'm not gonna go through. I know people that was here last when I was trying forever to try to do it manually, but it just took up too much time. But anyways, let's go. Right here in this matrix, buy the placement and premium placement on spot number 4, then leave it alone because you already spent 10 to fill out this position. So that's 20 right there. So leave it alone, okay? All right, let's go. Right here, open premium. Upgrade that open premium, then buy a placement and premium placement spot number 4, then leave it alone, all right? In that matrix. All right, let's go. Same thing in this matrix. You already filled the first 2 spots. And you know what? Fill this spot too. Number 4, buy a placement and premium placement, then leave it alone, all right? And you're saving yourself some more money because you already, these first 2 spots, you're your upline. You filled the first 2 spots, saving yourself some money. So, all right, let's go. This matrix. Right here, spot number 2. See this? Upgrade the premium, open premium. That's an open premium. That's my term, not a just been paid term. And then spots 4, buy a placement and premium placement, okay? All right, here go another matrix. Wow, you see, you got a bunch. You're going to save yourself a lot of money. A lot of money. And let me see if I can match these up. Well, no, I don't. Hold on. I'm checking something. Don't worry about the screen. I was trying to match something real fast. All right, I'm going right back down. I know it's a white screen because I'm scrolling down. I'm going back to the area that I was in. All right, same thing right here. You're your own upline. Buy placement and premium placement. Number 4. All right. Already did it. Number 4, same thing. Placement and premium placement in number 4. Same thing. Placement and premium placement in number 4. See this? Number 4. All right. Upgrade that premium. They're going to Ann. I don't know if Ann left or not. There she go. That's Ann Bates. You should tell Ann to go buy a placement, a premium placement, or upgrade that premium for you, but she's probably not. So you go ahead and do it on your own. Upgrade that premium. Buy a placement and premium placement spot number 4. Okay. Let's go. Same thing. Every matrix like this. premium, where listen, Hilda, every matrix like this, where it's an open premium, and then it's an open spot like in 4, 3 or 4, then go ahead and buy upgraded premium, then buy placement and premium placement spot 3 or 4. In this case, it's spot number 4. Go ahead and do that. Upgrade this open premium right here. See that? You already upgraded this one right here. Then go ahead and upgrade this one. Matter of fact, this might be from another matrix. This is because you got so many upline matrices that this spot right here was probably already filled from another one. So upgrade this premium right here. Save yourself some money. Right here, number 4. Buy placement and premium placement spot number 4. All right. See that? All right. Same thing in this matrix. Spot number 4, placement and premium placement. Okay. Placement and premium placement. Same thing in this matrix. I'm going to start scrolling through because you got a lot of similar matrices where you need to upgrade the premium on spot 2 and then buy placement and premium placement on spot 4. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll past those, and then in this matrix right here, upgrade this premium and buy placement and premium placement spot number 3. All right. Then leave it alone. That's $20. So then leave it alone. Right here, spot 2 and 3, buy placement and premium placement. Spots 2 or 3, buy placement and premium placement. Okay. Spot number, upgrade is open premium right there. Then buy placement and premium placement. Spot number 3. Okay. All right. Right here, 2 and 3, buy placement and premium placement. Placement and premium placement. Okay. Same thing right here. Any matrix where you got one position filled, the first spot pre-filled, any matrix you get like that, then you go ahead and fill spots 2 and 3, okay? You go ahead and do that. So I can go through each matrix. The same thing with that matrix, This one, by the placement, premium placement spot number 2 and number 3. See that? All right. Then I'm going to go to your second page really fast. Hold on, scroll up. So you're going to see a white screen because I went up real fast. Go to your second. I'm going to glance over your second page. And for you guys that's watching, and any matrix that you get where you're your own upline, and any matrix that you get where the first 2 spots come pre-filled with your name in them, you might want to focus on those matrices first more than the other ones, unless you got like an almost filled matrix where you only need 1 spot filled. Then go ahead, it's only obvious. Then go ahead and do that. Let me see. And try to locate any matrix. I'm scrolling fast because I see a bunch of empty. Ain't no sense to me. And all you can do in these empty ones, Hilda, is buy placements and premium placements on spots 1 and 2. That's all you can do. I'm scrolling fast. Yeah. So that's basically it. All right, on to the next one, Hilda. I hope you were paying attention. If not, then come back again, and I'll help you out again. And that's all you got to do. You can come back as many times as you want to, and I'll look into your account as many times as you want to. Okay, on to the next one. Hans Zandra. Come back again. If you didn't understand it the first time, I'll look into your. It's not a one-shot deal. Okay, Hans is here. It's not. I'm not gonna just look into your account one time, and then that's it. No. I'm gonna look into it over and over as many times as it takes. I'll help you as many times as it takes. So it doesn't matter. Let's go. All right. Hold on. Let me make sure that this person said, "Hey, I'll be going so fast. I don't read I just get to copy and paste this person that say they didn't care about they having their account up. So I'll put it up. They didn't tell me not to. So all right. Here we go. Now, once again, Hans, I don't know if these were filled from. See, that's the thing that I don't like about this is that they don't tell who filled this and where it was filled. It just say your placement field. Now, if these were filled from another matrix, Hans, then you didn't spend too much money. But if not, if you filled these, on your own, then that's too much money. Okay, but I'm not sure. You would have to investigate this. I mean, I don't know. I guess if I scroll down and when I see some other matrices where you are your own upline, then we could probably tell from them. Once again, here you go. Right here, the first two matrices, you spent enough money. No more money in the first two. That's enough. But I don't know if you got some matrices. Now look at this one. Go ahead right here, and this look at this matrix. This is what I call a clean matrix. Now I got another term. This is not a just been paid term. This is my term. What do I mean by a clean matrix? Number one, no loan on this matrix. No loan on this matrix. Number two, it came filled with two or more spots where you didn't have to fill them. It came pre-filled with two or more spots. Mostly this is three. So in this one, hands, you go ahead and buy spots right here. 2 and 3 right there. And I want to see I wonder if this matrix, you need to test this. You need to test this right here. I want to see something. Just a little something. It probably ain't going to work anyway, but I'm going to test it real quick just to see something. Hold on. Just to see something for my own little personal thing. Yeah, okay. It didn't work. All right. But anyways, in that matrix, go ahead and buy a placement and premium placement in spots, what is it, 4 and 5. That's a pretty good matrix in spots 4 or 5. Now it's starting to load slow again. Right here, 4 or 5, see this? Buy a placement and premium placement. This is a good, it came pre-filled, and it's clean. It's a clean pre-filled matrix. So right here, buy a placement and premium placement spots 4 and 5, then leave it alone. That's enough money. You don't want to fill out the rest of it. You did what you're supposed to do in this matrix, so there's, nothing else you can do. In this matrix, buy a placement and premium placement spot number 4. All right, number 4, and then leave it alone because that's $20, and that's enough money. All right, in this matrix, 3 and 4, placement and premium placement, then leave it alone. All right. Upgrade that premium. I always recommend upgrading open premiums. All right. Upgrade that open premium, then buy a placement and premium placement spot number 3, then leave it alone. Right here, 2 and 3, buy a placement and premium placement, spots 2 and 3, and then leave it alone. All right. And this same thing in any matrix you got where the first position come pre-filled, then you go ahead and fill spots 2 and 3. Okay. So I don't need to go through each matrix like that. You got a couple of them like this. Now in this matrix right here, now you do what you're supposed to do. See this? You are your own upline, so you already know to fill the first 2 spots. Matter of fact, go ahead and fill spot 3 too. Buy a placement and premium placement spots number 3. Okay, in that matrix where you are your own upline. All right, go ahead and do that. And here goes another one. You know what? Do the same thing in this matrix where you are another matrix where you are your own upline. Go ahead and buy a placement and premium placement spot number 3. Okay, you already did it in spot number 2. Do it in number 3. All right, that's in the second matrix where you are your own upline. Right here, I already told you what to do in this type of matrix. Here, the first spots come pre-filled. See that? It came pre-filled, so what you need to do is buy a placement and premium placement spots 2 and 3. And any other matrix I see like that, I'm just going to skip over. I don't need to go through each matrix like that because, just waste time. Same thing with this matrix. Premium, spot number 2, then buy a placement, premium placement, spot number 3. Any matrix you got like this. See that? All right. So I'm scrolling fast because I see a bunch of similar. I don't need to go by each one. And any empty matrix. So you already know this. Any empty matrix is by a placement and premium placement spots 1 and 2. All right. I mean that's simple. So, but I will focus on the other ones first. The rest of these are empty, so I'm scrolling by. They're empty, and you're not your own upline. So, and all you can do in them empty ones is by placement and premium placement spot number 1 and 2. Okay, but focus on those other ones first. That are already focus on the ones up here first. All right, and that's about it. So I hope you paid attention. And investigate this right here. Because remember what I told you. Where it says your placement field. See if these numbers match another. Since you only got 25, it'll be easy. Write these numbers down on your own time. And look below. Look at the matrices below and see if you can match those numbers into another matrix. If not, then you spent too much money. If so, then you're just fine. Okay? You have to do that on your own. I don't have time to do it, but you can do it as easy. You only got 25 matrices, so that's easy. Okay, I hope you were paying attention. Let's move on. All All right, keep it moving. Hope I helped you out, hands. If not, come back and I'll try to help you again. Okay, this is the order. Lanita, Martin, Bill, Isabel, Ansley, Katrina, and Paula. Okay, that's the order. That's all we got. So this will be let's try to knock these out so we can get here. Probably not right on 10 o'clock, but about 5 or 10 minutes after 10. Not what I'm talking about. I'm used to 8 to 10. I mean 1 o'clock. But it's who's this? Lanita. Is that who's next? Yes, Lanita is next. Is she in the room? Okay, she's here. So I just see it slows me down because I got to keep minimizing and opening up the screen and minimizing and closing this tab and opening this tab and close this tab and I mean it's great for you guys because you guys get to learn a lot. You get to see the screen and learn a lot, but it's a pain in the ass for me because I got to open and close, open and close, open and close. So let me put it up on screen. Let's go. Let's knock these out. Okay, hold on. So for every position, automatically fills up space in the matrix for every expired position. You mean every expiring tripler? No, sometime an expiring tripler creates a new matrix, and sometimes 50% of expiring tripler goes into your own matrices, and the rest of them create new matrices. So not all of them goes into your matrix. Some of them create new ones, and some of them go, and 50% of them go into your existing ones. All right, right here. So look, now here we go. So newbies, if you're still in here, look at this. Here we go, another golden matrix. Another golden matrix, and this person did the right thing, Lanita, by filling out the next 4 spots in that matrix. Great job. Good job. Good job. That's a great job. Somebody already told you what to do, so there you go. You're your own upline, and they came pre-filled with her name in the first 2 spots. So that's a great job. So nothing else you can do about that. And the same thing with this matrix. Look at this. Upgrade those premiums in your second matrix. Upgrade those upper premiums. Same thing. Another matrix where the first 2 spots came filled with your name. That's more free money. You're saving money in the long run. So upgrade these 2 open premiums, okay, in the second matrix. Upgrade this open premium right here in your third matrix. That open premium, upgrade that. And I gotta believe that these, where it says your placement field, that these were filled from another matrix. I bet they were. So you know what I would do, Lanita? In spots 4 and 5, I would go ahead and buy placements and premium placements, okay? Because I'm willing to bet this right here. I'm willing to bet this was filled from another matrix. So go ahead and 4 or 5. Don't fill number 6. That's too much money. 4 and 5, placement and premium placement, okay? Leave it alone. Right here, upgrade this premium in this matrix. Upgrade this premium, and then spot number 4, buy placement and premium placement, okay? Right here, same thing. And Lanita, if I see a lot of similar matrices like this, I'll just scroll by them because I don't want to go through each matrix. It'll slow me down. So let me say this right now, Lanita. Any matrix like this where a placement was bought in the second spot and then there's an open premium, go ahead and upgrade the open premium, and then in spot 4, go ahead and buy a placement and premium placement. Okay, so I don't need to tell you that you got a lot of similar matrices like that. So I'm just gonna tell you one time, and then you'll know what to do in the rest of them. Okay, right here, 2 open premiums in this matrix. Upgrade those open premiums, then leave it alone. That's $20. Then leave it alone. Same thing with this matrix. 2 open premiums in spots 2 and 4, then leave it alone. No more money. Okay. And I already told you what to do in that type of matrix. Right here, 2 open premiums, upgrade them, then leave it alone. All right? See that? 2 open premiums, then leave it alone. Same thing with this matrix. I mean, you got a bunch of matrices where the second and the 4th spot got an open premium. The second and the 4th, you go ahead and any matrix like that, you go ahead and upgrade the open premiums. Okay? This one, another open premium, then leave it alone. Same thing. You got a lot. I already told you what to do in that type of matrix, and I'm seeing a bunch of similar. I'm scrolling fast because when I see a bunch of similar matrices, it don't make no sense for me to go through every one. The same thing right here. 2 open premiums in spots 2 and 4. Go ahead and do it. 2 and 4 again. And right here, in this matrix, buy a placement and premium placement spots 2 and 4. See this? And the other ones, you just had to buy a premium. But in this one right here, you have to buy a placement and premium placement spots 2 and 4. Okay? And do this when you can. You don't have to do it now. Do it when you get some money. Right here in spots number 4. See that? Number 2 is already filled. So in spot number, buy a placement and premium placement spot number 4. See this? All right. You see that? Spot number 4. All right. So I already told you what to do in that type of matrix. And right here, 2 and 4 again. You got a bunch of these too. A bunch of matrices where you need to fill the second and the fourth spot. Okay. And either buy the premiums, or if you need to buy a premium in second and fourth, then go ahead and do that. There's a bunch of matrices like that. I already told you what to do in that type of matrix. Here go a matrix where you are your own. No, you are not your own upline. What am I talking about? It's got similar name. They look the same, but they're not. Upgrade these open premiums right here. Open 2 and 4 again. So you got a bunch of similar matrix. I already told you what to do in that type of matrix, and that right here. When I say I already told you what to do in that type of matrix, this is the type of matrix I'm talking about, where you need to upgrade the premium in spot number 2, and then in spot number 4 buy a placement and premium place. That's what I mean. When I'm scrolling down, I'm saying I already told you what to do in that type of matrix. That's what I mean. And you got a bunch of 2 and 4. So go ahead and upgrade those premium spots 2 and 4. Let me see the second page. If there's anything on here that if you got any matrices on your second page where you are your own upline, then you already know to fill the first 2 spots, and you already did that in this matrix. See this? Yeah, so you already know what to do basically in a lot of them. I don't want to complicate things too much for you, so I'll just say, I would say, in these type of matrices like this, where you got 1 spot pre-filled, go ahead and fill spots 2 and 3. But and do what I told you on the first page first. Obviously like this. Here you go. You are your own upline. Locate any matrix. Go look at all the pages, all your pages of matrix, and locate any matrix where you are your own upline, like this one, and then fill the first 2 spots, okay? Do that. And then I already told you what to do on page 1. Here goes another matrix where you're your own upline. You already filled the first 2 spots. Same, another matrix. So yeah, you can do this on your own. Go to every page of your matrices and locate every single matrix where you are your own upline, and then you fill the first 2 spots. Right here, the first spot's already filled in this one. Right here, you bought a placement. Go ahead and upgrade it to premium. All right? And then I already told you what to do on the first page. And if you need any more help, come back, you can send an email again, and me or my staff, mostly them, or look at it for you after I leave the conference room, okay? Or you can come back to the next conference, and I'll help you again. But I already told you what to do, so let's move on to the next one. Locate any matrix where you are your own upline and fill the first 2 spots. And the first page I already told you what to do, so I don't need to recap that. And you need any more help, send us another email, and my staff, they'll reply to you. Martin, Bill, Isabel, Katrina, and Paula. Martin, Bill, Isabel, Ansley, Katrina, and Bill. So that's who's up next. Right now, it's Martin. Is Martin still in the room? Let me look in the chat room. I'm not looking at. Katrina's still here? Okay, Martin. I know Martin was in here a little early. Did he finally leave, or I see right? Yes, Snoop, I'm here. So, but did he leave after that? Let me scroll. Oh yeah, he's still here. Okay, so let's get into Martin's account. And I'm starving. I am dead hungry. Like my stomach is growling. I thought I ate something this morning. I'm trying to remember. What did I eat this morning? My stomach just a growling away. All right, let's just load and come on. Internet Explorer. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Now I'm seeing some things that. Let me put this account, Martin. It's looking like you might have. Martin, I know you're still in here, but you're not. Are you away from your computer? It looked like Martin is. I know he's still in here, but are you actually in the room? Are you actually paying attention? I don't want to be going in depth into your account and then you're away from your computer and you're not, paying attention. Martin, I was thrown. Oh, you was thrown out. Okay, you back in now. Okay, here we go. Now, Martin. Here's a matrix where you're your own upline, right? So you got to fill the first 2 spots, but you're already done. Now, right here, it looks like on the surface you spent too much money. You know what I mean? Because that's 20 right there. And then you probably spent $5 to fill that. That's 25. And then either Luigi or you bought. Now, if he bought the premiums, you're okay. If he bought this premium, you're okay. But what's done is done. You're gonna save money because you filled this first 2 spots, and you're gonna fill another 2 spots in another matrix. I got a feeling right here, and he might have upgraded his premium. Now, but right here, you got a little aggressive, which is fine. So that's 25. Nothing bad. You're still gonna make profit. And if you have your own expiring triplet fill your matrix, obviously you'll get a $5 refund. But that's But what's done is done. Let's move on. You already done it, so let's go. Martin, right here, upgraded premium placement by placement premium placement spot number 4, and then move on. You already spent 10 right here. So you're gonna spend another 10. That's 20. That's enough. All right. In this matrix, same thing in this matrix. Upgrade the premium by placement and premium placement spot number 4. Then move on. All right. Same thing. I see a bunch of matrices like this. I'm about to start scrolling past them because there ain't no sense in me going through each one. Any matrix where you have a placement already bought in spot 2, and then it's open premium, and then spot number 4 open, you already know what to do. So I'm gonna scroll past them if I see something like that. And I'm seeing a bunch of them, so I don't need to go through each one of them because you already know what to do. Fill the premium on spot number 2, and then by placement and premium placement spot number 4. Okay, and I'm seeing you got a whole bunch of them. That's all I'm seeing. So I don't need to give you advice on them. You already know. And these ones like here, when these get filled, Martin, don't spend any more money in them. Okay, you already spent 20 in these. So when these premiums get filled, no more money. Just let your expiring tripler fill the rest, or let the system fill the rest. Okay. I just want to stop and say that, but I'm scrolling past now because I see a whole bunch of similar matrices. Similar, yeah. So Martin, basically, and something like this, upgrade your open premium like this. You already know that. That's open premium, upgrade that. So Martin, basically, you got a bunch of matrices where the second spot, a placement is bought. You bought the placement, but yet there's an open premium. Yeah, so let me go to the second page, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make this real easy. I'm going to glance over the second page, and make this easy. Come on, starting to load slow again. Come on. Can you guys see that little spinning wheel right there, or it doesn't show up when I put my desktop up? I know on my side it shows up. So there it go. And locate and also, Martin, check all your pages of matrices. Locate any matrix where you are your own upline, right? You already know that. And any matrix where the first 2 spots come pre-filled with your name in it, you already know that, right? So like this. It looks like, but it says your placement field. Now, you might want to investigate them. Even though your name is in the first 2 spots, it says your placement field. So I don't know, you might want to vet, but this is the type of matrix right here where you need to fill out the rest of the spots, but only after you check it out. Look at these numbers, investigate these numbers, because I'm a little, I don't know if it still works when it says your placement field when you fill this, but I know you're your own upline. First 2 spots came pre-filled with your name. Well, I wouldn't say pre-filled it. You filled it, so I don't know if it still works if you filled it or if it just only works when it comes pre-filled. But either way, you can do a little investigating, and if so, then you already know to fill out the remaining 4 spots in that matrix. Why? Because it's going to fill 4 of the spots in another matrix. You already know that. Here go another matrix. So yeah, you got to do a little investigating. You got another matrix like that. All right, yeah, that's about it. So just look. You can on your own investigate any matrix that you have like that. You can save yourself a bunch of money. But doing a little investigation, because I know if it comes pre-filled, you don't have to investigate it. You already know what to do. Now, those ones says your placement field, so looks like you bought it to them or they came pre-filled from another matrix. But anyway, and Martin, any matrix, you got a bunch of matrices. I scroll fast through your account because you got a bunch of matrices that look like this right here. See this? Where you bought the placement right here in spot number. Then it's an open premium. And then a spot 4. So you got a bunch of them. I don't need to go through all of them. Just do. And every matrix you got like this, upgrade the open premium in spot number 2, and then up by placement, premium placement spot number 4, and then locate all the other matrices where you're your own upline, okay? And then you can save yourself money. Then come back and I'll help you again. So let's move on. Let's go. The screen didn't come up. Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. Jesus. Oh God. Hold on. All right, here we go. Martin, sorry about that. Apologize. Sorry about that, Martin. I'm gonna have to go through it real fast. Just recap. You got a Martin, real simple, real simple. You got a bunch of matrices that look like this one right here. A bunch of them, where you bought a placement in spot number 2, and there's an open premium. Upgrade to open premium, and then buy a placement and premium placement in spot number 4. Okay, and then on your second page, you got some matrices where you're your own upline and you fill the first 2 spots with your name in them, but it says your placement field, okay? So I don't know if that applies to that matrix where if you fill the rest of the 4 spots out, it'll also fill 2 other spots in another matrix. You have to investigate that. And they're on your second page. You can locate it. They come you are the upline in them, and you fill them with your first 2 names. Now it says you fill them. It says your placement fill them. Like I said, all you got to do, if you want to know if it works for your account, just investigate the numbers. Write down the numbers for the remaining 4 spots. If you spot those numbers in another matrix, then you know, okay, go ahead and fill that matrix, okay? Go ahead and fill the rest of that matrix out, all right? And then that's how you know. But I'm not going to recap. I'm not going to go through each matrix again, Mark. All you need to know, you got on your first page, a bunch of matrices like this. And all you do, see that premium? Boom, upgrade that premium. Buy a placement, then buy a premium in all of them, all right? And then investigate on your own any matrix where you are your own upline. Go look through all your pages and locate all the matrices and fill the first 2 spots. Save yourself money. And also the matrices where you got the first 2 spots filled with your name. You already know to fill out the remaining 4 spots, and you will fill 4 of the spots in 2 of the matrix. That's saving you some money, okay? And sorry about not having the screen up. Okay, I apologize, but basically your account is matrix after matrix that looks like this, okay? So I don't need to go through. Your account basically looks like this. All right, so do that. Upgrade the premium, buy the placement in all your matrices, and locate any matrix where you're your own upline, all right? I apologize about that. So let's go on. We're going to try to knock these off, and obviously it's 1 o'clock now, so let's try to speed things up. Bill, Isabel, Ansley, Katrina. I know she identifies. I know she's still in here. So here's the lineup. Bill. How long? Tommy, it depends on you. There is no, and guys, you got to put your member name in the email, not in the headline, because it makes it hard for me to copy and paste. Bill is still here? Okay, let's go. It depends on how many expiring triplet you have. How fast is the system filling expiring triplet? Do you have any referrals who are buying matrices? It depends on a lot of stuff. So how long after you fill the matrix, it'll cycle instantly, Tommy. After you fill that matrix, it'll cycle instantly. You'll get paid you'll get your money instantly. That's if all the spots are filled. Yes, instant. Once that matrix is filled, then it cycles instantly. It doesn't, it's not a wait time. Yes, it's instant. So hold on, let me put up the screen because I gotta hurry things up here. It's past 10 o'clock, and I'm saying 10 o'clock. I'm used to the other time schedule. But anyway, here we go. Did I got up the screen? All right, I got up the screen. All right, Bill. You did what you're supposed to do in the first matrix. Leave it alone. I don't know. Now I don't know if this was filled from you or somebody else. But anyway, once this get filled, leave it alone. You did what you're supposed to. Matter of fact, yeah. So after this get filled, I'm thinking this 6 spot is empty when it's not. After you did what you're supposed to do in the first matrix, so leave it alone. Let's go. Nothing you can do. Wow. And this person filled just the 5th and the 6th spot. That's great for you. That's really fit. Upgrade this open premium, Bill. Cycle that and get your money. See that? Spot number 4, get your upgraded premium, get your money. This is an easy combo. Bill, you should already know what to do. Look at this. You got some great. Your first 3 matrices are great. Upgrade this open, buy a placement, a premium placement. Cycle that and get your money. See that? Oh, look, you got a bunch of almost filled. Your account look like mine. Your matrices look kind of look like mine right here. This one, upgrade is open premium. Leave it alone. Cycle that. Get your money. Right here, upgrade these two. Now, I don't know. It says your placement field. I don't know. That's one. Go ahead and upgrade this open premium though. These two open premiums, cycle that and get your money. All right. Right here, upgrade this open premium. Buy a placement and premium placement spot number 4. Cycle that and get your money. Spend 15. Right there. See that? And you got a lot of. Look at this. Now this bill. When I say spend new money, this is the type of account I would definitely spend new money on because you're sitting on some good money. You're sitting on a good amount of money, at least so far of what I'm seeing. So right here in this matrix, buy a premium, and then upgrade, buy a placement and premium placement spot number 4. This is an account I would definitely spend new money on. And the same, Bill, I'm seeing a bunch of matrices like this where you got an open premium on spot number 6 and then spot number 4 is open. Any matrix like that, buy a placement and premium placement, and all the open premiums upgrade to open premiums. So that this open premium in this one, 2 open premiums, upgrade them, and then cycle that, leave it alone. And here another matrix where the spot. And once again, I'm gonna start going past these, Bill, because they're so similar. Right here, see this? Upgrade to open premium, then spot number 4, same thing. And I'm seeing a bunch of these, so I don't need to go through all of them. And I'm seeing 2 open premiums. Bill, basically, your first page, you need to spend new money. So I mean, 2 open premiums right here. I mean, you're sitting on some money, Bill. In my opinion, this is the type of account that you spend a couple $100s on, right here. Now, in this matrix right here, you already filled the first 2 spots, right here. Bill, go ahead and fill in this matrix right here. See where you're in your own upline. Go ahead and buy a placement and premium placement in spot number 4. Then in this matrix, upgrade that open premium, and then spot number 4, buy a placement and premium placement. You see that? All right, I have to speed up a little here because we already passed the time, and my mods, for some reason, they don't like to stay extra, but they stay extra mostly for me. Same thing with this spot placement, premium placement for spot number 2 and number 4. And I'm seeing a bunch of similar matrices like that. Basically, Bill, and open premium. Look at this. Open premiums, you're your own upline. This is what I want you to do, Bill. Real simple. Now, I hope those other you paid attention on those other matrices up top. This is what I want you to do, Bill. Any open premium on your first page, upgrade it, okay? Anyone. And here go another matrix where you are your own upline. So you gotta fill that second spot, right? Because it's gonna fill another spot in another matrix. This is real. Your first page is real simple. This one right here, skip over this right now. This matrix right here, like this one, you got way better matrix. We'll focus on that later on. But here's what you need. What I want you to do, Bill. Real simple. All these open premiums on your first page, upgrade them all. Upgrade them all. And then all the other matrices where you got one, after you do that, you got one spot to fill, buy a placement and premium placement in all of them. And fill them and cycle and get your money. You sitting on some money, sir. I don't know your finances or whatever, but if you only got 26. You're sitting on a good amount of money. If you get a little aggressive here and you spend some new money, but I already told you what to do. And if I'm talking too fast for you, come back in here Thursday from 8 to 8 p.m. and I'll look into it again and I'll be more slow down. But we're past our time, so I gotta try to hurry. But I already told you what to do. You're sitting on money. I mean, your count is real easy. Upgrade all these open premiums. You see this? Open premium, open premium, open premium, and then one like this. You got a bunch of them like this, Bill. See this? Upgrade the open premium in this spot number 6, and then in number 4, buy a placement and premium placement. All these open spots where you got a matrix where if you buy the premium, and then you got an open spot, buy a placement and premium placement in that matrix. Okay? But upgrade all the open. This is an easy account. You're sitting on some money. Get aggressive with this. You can cycle this stuff off, make some money. All right. I hope you were paying attention, because I got to go into the next account. All right. And if not, just come back, Bill. Just come back. If you don't completely understand what I'm saying and I talk too fast, come back. Come back. Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll help you again. All right, Isabel. Is Isabel? Oh, no, Isabel didn't leave any. So I got to skip over Isabel. I don't think she's still in the room. Ainsley Ferguson. Ainsley Ferguson is. Are they still here? Ainsley Ferguson, no problem. Bill, you're sitting on some. I would get aggressive with that count, Bill. I would get it. I mean, that was a good account. That was some good amount of matrices. They were almost filled. I mean, they really were. I would get aggressive with that type of stuff. Is Ainsley here? Ainsley going once. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Rando Torres. Go ahead. Go ahead, Rando. Ask your question. No problem. Ainsley. Ainsley going once. Ainsley. Okay. Go ahead. Before I put up the screen, I'll let you ask your question. So Ainsley is going to get skipped over. Katrina. I already looked in the Bills account, so I don't need to do. Unless there's two bills in here. This is passive bill, but no, I think those are the same bill. All right, yes, Katrina's here, so I only got three of them. Katrina, Paula, and Vladimir again. Vladimir, I'm gonna get you after because I just looked at your account last time. So me or one of my moderators will get your account after this room. So it's Katrina and Paula. It's Katrina and Paula here. I want to put 10K in my matrices buying level 1. Whoa, Rando. I wouldn't. Rando, can you come here? Will you be available between 8 to 10? Yeah, I wouldn't do that, buddy. I would put that in. To be honest, I would put that in tripler. I would put that in triple. Now, and Randall. Now, I would say this: you might want to pick maybe 500 to 1,000, maybe 500 to 1,000 in buying placements and premium placements. I know you would, Bobby. But we're not talking about you. Randall. I would need to give you some one-on-one training, sir. I would need to give you some. That's a large amount, and I definitely don't want you putting it all in doing that. So when are you going to be available? Because I want to, do you have a Skype? Maybe we could do it on Gmail, or maybe you could come into the conference room again on Thursday, and I will look into your account first. Your account will be the number one account. When I start looking, I'll get into accounts early, and I'll look into your account if that's what you want to do. Because I want you to hold off on that, sir. You cannot. What about Sunday? What about Sunday? 8 to 10 Sunday. You do Sunday. When are you? Sunday good? Is Sunday good? If not, then I could, on one of my off day. I don't want you because that's a large amount, and I definitely want you to do the right thing with that amount of money. I don't, I'm not gonna just tell you go ahead and buy a placement, premium placement. Can you just email me? Yeah, I could do. Now it depends on how large your account is, because if I email you, Randall, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to do that. To do 500 matrices. Do you understand? Fine, but I'll give you. You go ahead and send me an email to that matrix email, and to my staff. Nobody touch that email. I'm gonna personally handle that email. So yeah, go ahead, Randall. You send me an email to the matrix email, and I will personally. I will take the time because I want to make sure you do good with that amount of money. Permanent failure email address. Just because you didn't copy and paste it right. If you copy and paste it right, Nadine, then it'll work fine. Trust me. So, Randall, give the matrix. You see that matrix email? See that matrix email? Send it to there, and nobody touched that email. And I'm about to get into Katrina's account. Let me put her account on the screen. Nobody touched that email until nobody. I will personally respond, and I usually don't. Go ahead. This email right here. See that? So one of the moderators, please, right there, Randall, and I'll get to you today or tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off Wednesday. It'll most likely be Wednesday, but I might get it tonight. I might get into it tonight. But none of my moderators, because they mostly respond to the emails, because I be so busy. But I'll personally myself, I will handle your account, Randall, myself. All right, let me put up Katrina's. Hold on, Katrina, and everybody. See, it makes it hard for me to. You put the account number in the headline. It makes it hard for me to copy and. There it goes. Yeah, put it in the email. My account can go on screen. Okay, why is? Okay, hold on. So Katrina, Randall, send it to that email, and I will personally myself. That's a large amount. I don't want you to. I don't want you to fail. So I don't want you to waste your money or spend it where you're not supposed to. So I'll definitely. I'll take the time. It'll be tedious, 500 matrices, but I'll take the time. Right there. See that email that Deb has just posted. See the email and the one Susan just posted right there. See this email? jbpmatrixtraining@gmail.com. Right there. It's blocked. Why is it blocked? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can post. Oh, gee. I'm trying to copy and paste it from. It's saying you guys' emails are are blocked for some reason. They was having that same problem in the main matrix room. All right, let me copy and paste it from here. Now see if it's blocked from me. See if it's blocked from me. It's not coming up. They are in blue. Oh wow. What about that? What about that? Is that blocked? Okay, and okay, man. What about mine? Is mine blocked? Mine blocked too? Mine is blocked too? Okay. Here you go, Randall. Here you go, Randall. Here's the email. JBP. That's weird. They was having the same matrix. I'll write it in there. Right there. @gmail.com. Right there. Right there. Right there. See that? All right, let me hold on. Can see it from Steve. Oh yeah, Steve is the new moderator. He's taking over for me. He has fired me. Okay, oh, this is great. Katrina's account is only 6 matrices, so this will be great. Let me put her let me put her account up. So let's go. She probably wants to go too. People, we are behind 15 minutes. People want to go, so people got things to do. Katrina, by a placement. Now, what did you say in the email? Hold on, you said something in the email. One question: why in 5 or 6 stocks in a placement not? Well, now why does it say that, Katrina? Because this second spot has not been filled. When it's filled, then it'll open up the rest of these spots. Okay. When this second spot is filled, because it's not filled yet. This is filled. When you see a name in the email, that means it's filled. When you see placement purchased by you or somebody else, that means it's not filled. That means it's waiting to be filled. So when this get filled, Katrina, then it'll open up the rest of the spots. But in the meantime, you already bought a placement and premium placement in spot number 2. Go ahead and do it in spot number 4, and leave it alone, okay? Buy a placement and premium placement in spot number 4, and then leave it alone, all right? So let's go. Here you are your own upline, so you know you're going to save money, right? So go ahead and fill this. Fill that first. Buy the placement and premium placement right there. Well, you already bought the placement. Upgrade the premium, your second matrix, and then buy a placement and premium placement in spot number 4. Okay? All right? Same thing in this matrix. Upgrade the premium in spot number 2. Buy a placement and premium placement in spot number 3. Not in 4, not in 3 and 4. That's too much money, right? Just upgrade the premium in spot number 2, and then in spot number 3, buy a placement and premium placement, okay? And then in your matrix like this, hold on, I'm going to scroll down because I think she got a bunch of similar matrices, and I don't need to go through all of them one by one. All right, and all your other matrices, Katrina, where something like this where it's empty, you can go ahead and buy placements and premium placements in spot number 1 and 2. All right, so you got some empty ones like that, and then in this one like this, you see these matrices where you already got the spot number filled, the first spot already filled. So obviously, just go ahead and buy placements and premium placement spots 2 and 3. Okay. All right, you see that? And you don't have to do that now, but focus on the other matrices first, because you got some couple better ones. These are better matrices like this. Focus on these ones first, over them other ones where you already bought a placement and you're waiting to upgrade the premium. and then buy placement and premium placement spot number 3, okay? And same thing with this matrix, 2 and 3, spots 2 and 3, then leave it alone. That'll be $20, and then you leave it alone, okay? Same thing with that matrix right here, 2 and 3, where you got the first spot already filled, and then 2 or 3. You buy placement and premium placement spots 2 and 3. And same thing in this matrix like this, 2 and 3. Same thing in this matrix, 2 and 3. And in this matrix is spot number 4. But Katrina, to answer your main question of why it says placement not possible, is because this second spot hasn't been filled yet. When it's filled, it'll open up this 5th and the 6th. Okay. All right, that's a real easy account. That's 11. And all the other ones, you got matrices where the first spot came filled. We'll just go ahead and fill where the first spot came pre-filled. Where you go ahead and fill the second and third spot. All right, and then in the empty ones, you go ahead and do the 1 and 2 spots. Okay, by placement and premium placement. Okay, and that's basically it. All right, let's go on. I think that's it. So can people see the matrix now? I mean the email. Can people see the email now? Can they see it now? Let me make sure I ain't got the, okay, alright. People still can't see it, huh? But that's the email. And Carlos Vladimir, we will get to you after because we already did yours. Thanks. Okay, bye, Katrina. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for staying so long. I mean, you stayed a long time. I appreciate that. Carlos, we look at your account every time. We will answer yours, Carlos. Don't worry about it, Carlos Vladimir. Me or one of my mods, mostly one of my mods, they will answer your. Hey Snoop, I need to have a look at my and Vladimir. I looked at your matrices, but I'll look after them again. I'll look after them again, but not now. What about now? What do you mean? Can you see it? And Paula, did Paula leave? Paula sent me an email, but I think Paula left, right? Because I called her name several times and she never identified herself. So, anyways, Vladimir, we will get to you. Oh, Paula here. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I thought I called your name several. I don't remember. Hold on. This last one. Paula is the last one. Vladimir, my mods will answer yours after we get out the conference. Let's do this real quick. Let's do this here. Let's put up Paula. I apologize, Paula. I called your name several. Maybe you did say something in chat and I just didn't see it. But either way, I apologize about that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pick this up. So hold on, guys. This will be the last one, and then we're out of here. Last one. This is the roll call. Last roll call. Paula's account. And I looked at Paula's. Didn't I? No, Paula. Paula, didn't I look at yours? Hold on, because I remember this account. Let me put this screen back up. Paula, didn't I look at yours, Paula? If I recall, because I'm looking at this account and I didn't look at yours. It looks just like another account. Oh my God, okay. I thought I looked at it. I could have sworn this account, I could have sworn I looked at it. Maybe I'm going to see now. Okay, Paula. Now, Paula, I don't know. See all these placements, your placement field. I don't know if these were filled from another matrix. Which if they were, Paula, then you didn't spend too much money. But if you fill these on your own, then you spent too much money. Because remember, we never do more than $20 in a matrix unless you get a matrix where your name is in the first 2 spots. Then you know the other 4 matrices will. I mean, the other 4 positions will fill out 4 other positions in another 2 other matrices. So, and I don't know about it. You're gonna have to investigate that a little bit. Now I'm seeing a bunch of your placement. Let me scroll down and see if she got some matrices where she is showing upline, because right now it's not looking good, Paula. Now here's a matrix where you are your own upline, so that's a good thing. Now you need to, Paula, this is what I want you to do, Paula. Write these numbers down, not now. When I get out of your account, write these numbers down and match these to another matrix. because that's where you'll save your money. Because I'm seeing a lot of matrices where it says your placement field, and so I'm going scrolling fast. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. So Paula, this is what I want you to do. This is your homework assignment real fast, Paula. In these two matrices where you are your own upline, what I want you to do is write down the two numbers right here. See these two numbers in the first two spots? And I want you to try to match those to another matrix. Now, if it matches up to these matrices up here where it appears you spent too much money, then you're just fine. You didn't spend too much money, you're just fine. Don't worry about what I said. But if they don't match to none of these matrices up here where your placement field, then you spent too much money, Paula. And that's fine, don't worry about it. I did the same exact thing when I first joined Just Been Paid. I was just so eager to cycle these matrices, I spent too much money. So that's your homework assignment. Those two matrices where you're your own upline, write down the first two numbers and try to match the numbers to other matrices. Try to match them to other positions, which they will do. They will match to another position. Trust me. You just got to figure out which other matrix it does. And so it's kind of hard. I mean, so like I said, Paula, if these were from other matrices, but you only got two of them, so it's probably not. It looks like you spent too much money. We got to remember, no more than 20, okay? From here on out, to maximize your profits, because we want you to maximize your profits, right? No more than 20, okay? So in this matrix right here, you did what you're supposed to do. Leave it alone. Let the system fill out that last one, or let your expiring tripler. And this one, you did what you were supposed to do. The first two spots are filled. I wonder if these from another matrix, though. Did you fill these out? I mean, did you buy the placement, a premium placement, and they filled out, or it came from another matrix? You have to investigate that. Same thing. You did what you're supposed to do in this matrix. Leave it alone. Same thing in this matrix. Leave it alone. Enough money in this matrix. Leave it alone. I already told you what to do with here you go a matrix where you are your own upline. You already know the first two spots in that matrix will fill two other spots in another matrix. So leave it alone. And you know what? And since it's in this matrix right here, Paula, upgrade. Go ahead and buy a placement and premium placement spot number 5. Okay? Go ahead and do that, because this person already bought a placement. You filled this one. This one came pre-filled with the first one. First spot fill. Then the second one says your placement fill. So you probably bought a premium in that one. Then you probably bought a premium right here. So on this one, go ahead and buy a placement and premium placement right there. And also, I told you to investigate these two numbers. Locate these in another matrix, okay? To see where they're, so you can save yourself some money. In this matrix, Paula, go ahead and upgrade to open premium and then buy a placement and premium placement spot number 4, okay? Upgrade to open premium and then placement and premium placement spot number 4. All right. Then 2 and 3 in this matrix right here. You see this? 2 and 3. Placement and premium placement spot number 2 and 3 in this matrix, and then leave it alone. We don't want to keep it $20 or less. Okay. $20 or less. Unless now it's a matrix where you are your own upline, or it's a matrix where the first two spots come pre-filled with your name in it, but you don't have any placements like that. Now you got some upline matrix, but not a matrix where the first two spots come pre-filled. So 2 and 3 right here, buy a placement and premium placement. See that? Then leave it alone. Same thing in this matrix. 2 and 3, then leave it alone. All right. Right here in this matrix, buy a placement and premium placement spot number 3, then leave it alone. Right here, 2 and 3, then leave it alone. And you already did what you're supposed to do in this matrix, so there's nothing else. Matter of fact, I think this might be filled from another matrix. I bet it is. I bet this is. So you know what? And I'm going to investigate this too, Paula. These two numbers, locate these two in another matrix, because I'm willing to bet they are. So you know what I want you to do? In this matrix right here, Paula, buy a placement and premium placement right here. Even though you already spent $20 in this matrix, but I bet you didn't spend it from this matrix. I bet this is filled from another matrix, from one of your upline matrices. You know where if you fill the upline matrix in the first two spots in that matrix, it fills two other spots. I bet this is it. So therefore, you won't be spending too much money in this matrix right here. Right here. So buy a placement and premium placement in this matrix, okay? And then leave it alone. No more money in that. Right here, upgrade this open premium, spot number 2, and then placement of premium placement spot number 3. Okay? Then leave it alone. And then this matrix, these empty, you know, you can go ahead and buy placements and premium placements, you know, if you want to. But do the other stuff first. Let's focus on others, you know, and the rest of them are empty. So don't those completely empty ones. Don't worry about those right now, okay? Worry about the other ones that I told you. Got some better matrices than those empty ones, so there ain't no sense in spending money in those right now. Spend money in those other ones, all right? I hope you were paying attention, because I can't recap it all, but if you need any more help, come back Thursday, 8 to 10, and I'll be happy to help you out. Or you can send an email. You can send an email to one of my staff members. They will help you out. So anyways, that's it, everybody. No problem, Paula. If you need any more help, come back. Just keep coming back. We'll help you out more and more every time. It doesn't matter. You can come back as often as you like. See you guys Thursday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think this was a pretty good conference call. CV, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the newbies. For the newbies that stayed. They're probably out of here. Some of the newbies might have stayed. Some of the newbies might have left. Anyways, I appreciate it. It's time for me and my mods. And Vladimir, we will get you an email, okay, buddy? We got your email. We got your email, buddy. We'll get you, okay? No problem. And Nadine. Okay, now here goes Nadine. Yes, finally Nadine's, and Nadine, we'll get to you. Your delivery status failure finally came through for some reason. Nadine's, yeah, it's, I'll answer Nadine's too. My sound keeps breaking down, but hold on. Finally, your conference. Oh, and moderators, I want to tell my mods, don't bother Nadine's email. Nadine, leave Nadine's Soroto, leave hers alone. Randall, you gotta send it. You gotta send it in here. You gotta send it. Randall, send the email. Send your member ID. Send your member ID. I'm looking for you in the room. Why can't I find Randall in the room? Why can't I see Randall in the room? I'm looking for in the R's. I can't. This room is going crazy. I can't even see Randall in the room. Can you guys see him on the side? Can you guys see him on the side? I can't see him in it. I see the Reverend Collins. I see the R's. What the hell? This room is going complete. Oh yeah, he's in the asking questions section. Oh, I'm completely missing. But anyways, Randall, send me an email before I get out of here, buddy. Coming and with your member ID too now. Yeah, I just seen him now and they're having questions. Randall, I'm getting out of here. Send me. We sent you the email, right? But anyways, it's time to go. Send the email there so I can look over your account personally, because that's a lot of money and I don't want you wasting your money. I want you to maximize that money. But but I'll tell you this right now, Randall, you damn sure can't spend or shouldn't spend $10,000 on some 500 matrices. No. That's not. No, I'm not. I already know. I'm gonna tell you not to do that. But you definitely should put maybe 500 to 1,000 in your matrices, and the rest in tripler. The rest in tripler, about 500 to 1,000. But I'll tell you what to do. Send me an email with your member ID, and I will personally look over it myself. Okay. But anyway, it's time to go. Vladimir, everybody will get to you guys later on. Nadine, her email finally came through, so I'll look at. Nobody mess with that. Mods, please tell everybody else don't mess with that either. These will leave Randall's and Nadine's for me. Everybody else you guys can handle, but those two remain mine. All right, I'm not looking at the room, but now I need to look at the room. Okay, but anyways, time to get out of here. Thanks, everybody. We had a great conference. I think everybody learned something for the most part. Newbies, I love helping newbies out, helping you guys out, getting you guys more knowledge and more smarter, and learning these matrices and cycling matrices and making money and getting exciting and all that. But I'm exhausted. My stomach, I'm starving. I am absolutely starving. Bye, Stacy, Deb, Susan. Let's go. Bye, everybody. See you guys Thursday. Bye. Great conference. Appreciate the support. Bye bye.